What is up, hooligans? And happy freedom. Welcome to another episode of Coffee with Hooligans, where we try to make the news suck a little less. And I appreciate all of you guys being here. If you're over on Rumble, please hit that like button. More likes equals more hooligans. I'm going to read through the schedule really quick. Maybe if my mouse doesn't want to die right this fucking second. Then, of course, we will read through the chat. So let me know how you guys are doing today. First, I want to remind you guys, if you would like to join the website, right now is the time to do it. Go get yourself a membership for jeffmaclive.com. That way you can watch today's live. You can post in Hooligans Alley. Plus, you'll be able to join us Fridays, 6 p.m. Eastern Time for our voice chat, which is a lot of fun. So definitely go get yourself a membership for jeffmaclive.com. We'll be starting off with, we have President Trump live at 4 p.m. Eastern Time. He's holding a rally in Tempe or somewhere in Arizona. Then at 10 p.m. Eastern Time tonight, he's going to be headlining a Turning Point rally in Las Vegas. So it's going to be a really late live. Hopefully he's on time. That's all I keep thinking is that hopefully he's on time. Otherwise, it's going to be like 11 o'clock, midnight or something before Trump gets on stage. We'll see. Anyways, for this live, we will be starting off with Boeing workers vote to reject wage deal and continue strike. Boeing workers being really brave right now because all the Boeing whistleblowers just end up dead. So I'm really surprised these people are willing to go on strike. They want something like a 65% pay wage increase or something. I don't know. It seems like everybody wants more money right now. It's a sign of the times. Then we have a video titled, Recalls Have Americans Concerned Over Food Safety. This is just flat out propaganda. They are selling you lies. They're saying Americans are scared to eat food, even food that they buy to make at home. I don't know anybody that's scared to do that shit. They're just telling you that to convince you that that's a real thing. Because McDonald's got hit with the E. coli stuff, and what was it? Boar's Head had some sort of bacteria or some other bad foodborne illness thing a couple months ago, and they're saying because of those two incidents, now Americans are afraid to eat food, so go eat shit and vote for Harris. Now they don't exactly say that, but they allude to it. Okay, they allude to it. So I don't know, just some damn propaganda just because. Then we got a video titled Americans Split on Militarized Camps for Undocumented Immigrants. I don't know where the hell this came from. I don't necessarily want this. So, as the title says, talking about and discussing if we should have militarized camps for border crossers. And I mean, yeah, this sounds great and all right. It's better than keeping them in our 5-star hotels and whatnot. How about we kick them the fuck out? How about that? Seems a lot cheaper, right? There's less likely for human rights violations and things like that. A low chance of those criminals escaping and committing crimes against us and stuff. Let's just kick them out. Let's do that. We don't need militarized camps. We can just throw them out on that side of the wall. I don't know. Apparently that's an ongoing discussion that I was just unaware of. Then we got a little bit more propaganda for you. It's titled DOJ Warns that Elon Musk, that $1 million giveaway to voters may be illegal. So we covered the video saying that liberals and Democrat voters were all upset that Elon's giving away money. He's encouraging people to register to vote and saying to vote for Trump. And they're like, oh, this has got to be against the law. Well, now the DOJ is on board, federal government and all their corruption. They're like, yeah, this might be maybe sort of kind of illegal. It's not. And Elon's already said that they're very confident in what they're doing is legal. But the DOJ wants to warn everyone, be really scared. Be real scared of Elon Musk. He's real patriotic right now, and for some reason that's a bad thing. And so we got a little bit more of that. Then we got swoop and squat scheme, alleged insurance scam caught on camera. A lot of hooligans over the last week or so have been mentioning this video, and then it popped up in the news, so I figured we'd cover it. I don't know if this kind of stuff happens here in Michigan because everything here is, I can't even think of what it's titled. It's at fault insurance or whatever. So if somebody rear ends me, I got to pay for it. If somebody T-bones my car, I got to pay for it. If somebody hits my car while it's parked in the parking lot, I got to pay for it. That's just the way it is here in Michigan. So it's always your fault, even if you're nowhere near the car when it gets damaged. So I don't know if people even do this stuff here. Plus, our insurance is expensive as fuck. Some say it's the most expensive in the country. So I don't think this happens here. I could be wrong, but that's part of why we're going to cover it and see if you hooligans have ever experienced this and ever participated in it or anything like that. Then we got a follow-up video. It is titled, "Man Arrested After Attack on Arizona Democratic Party Campaign Office." I want to say this was right after the second attempt against President Trump with the individual that was camped out at the golf course for 12 hours. Right after that happened, Democratic office in Arizona saw bullet holes in their windows. And the story was really confusing. They were saying that last week it was BB gun holes, and this week it was bullet holes. And then other stories were saying, no, last week it was bullet holes, and this week it was pellet gun holes and all this stuff. Well, they found the guy somehow, and they arrested him. And they make him out to sound like this huge white supreme pizza. They said he had hundreds of firearms and things like that. I mean, it sounds super badass. But he even had a grenade launcher. And then at the very end of the story, they're like, by the way, he was legally allowed to own all that. Like, just stupid. So stupid. Now, maybe he did shoot at the building, and obviously that's wrong. But just nonsense. It's such a stupid story. I think it's kind of like, oh no, poor Democrats. I think that's what they're trying to do. It's really hard when the Democrats won't stop shooting at Trump or shooting up schools. So, it's hard to feel bad for any kind of Democrat, but either way. Then we have a pretty funny video. It's not our funny videos of the day. It's just a funny video. It's Senator Kennedy, and he's so funny. It's titled, "Harris Campaign Strategy is Star-Spangled Stupid." He's got such a way with words. And then we will be getting into our funny videos of the day. Our first one was provided by Cadillacs and Freedom. It's titled, "It's Trump 2024." And I think everybody's front yard should look like this. And then our official funny video of the day is titled, "Bring Out the Mean Orange Man." And I love that video. You'll see. It's coming up next, but first we're going to read through the chat. See how you hooligans are doing today. Hair Juicer, Primus sucks. I see. I might have to listen to Primus today now that you bring it up. What is up, everyone over on jeffmaclive.com. What's up, Cadillacs? What's up, Hair Juicer? What's up, Astro Hammer? What's up, Snooks? What's up, 10 Man? What's up, Tom Tom? Happy Freedom. I just realized I never told you guys to refresh, so hopefully you can see me. And drop a little LOL, just so everybody knows I'm joking. Let me see here. Refresh the page. There we is. Oh my God, Rumble's blurry again today. So Rumble Rick is supposed to respond back to me. I wrote him back. So hopefully today we'll be doing some testing on Rumble to see why nothing's working. Anyways, what is up, everyone over on Rumble? Zeus Boot, you were first today. I appreciate you racing to the chat, Zeus Boot. What's up, Russell? You're omnipresent. I appreciate you. What's up, Elisa? What's up, Gron? Happy Freedom. What's up, Sawdog? What's up, Matthew? What's up, Mr. Satan? What's up, Josh 1776? Happy Freedom. Matthew, Jeff's early today. I told you guys I was trying to be on time, and I'm getting a little better at it. Let me see. What's up, Let's Go, Brandon? Happy Freedom. Lisa, no, I'm not muted, and I can actually see my signal on the software, so I think it might be on your end, although you probably can't hear me. What's up, Free Thinking Texan? Happy Freedom to you. Do. What's up, D-Cat? Happy Freedom. What's up, Mr. B New? Appreciate you being here. I think I got everyone. Oh, Elisa took a refresh. Yeah, like I said, Rumble's doing something weird. Let's see, D-Cat. You could thank Governor Gretchen Whitmer for all that with the insurance. She's such a corrupt individual that she belongs in jail, in my opinion. Yeah, I agree, D-Cat, and I know it's Gretchen Whitmer's fault. It's her fart. It's her fart. That's what's wrong. There's more than just her fart, but either way, appreciate all of you guys being here on Rumble. What is up, everyone over on Kick? What's up, Zeus Boo? You're omnipresent. What's up, Impulsive? Happy Freedom. Appreciate all of you guys being on Kick. And what is up, everyone over on Twitch? What's up, Tony Rich? Happy Freedom. What's up, Uj? Appreciate you being here. Oh yeah, I didn't even set up GoofTube. Let's see, are we live over on this communism platform? I'm pretty sure we are. Let me click all the little buttons I gotta click, because YouTube's a pain in the ass like that. I want to see if my pet troll showed up. I got 2 pet trolls on YouTube now. I got 2 of them. I'm keeping them around for Inauguration Day. If my pet troll... See, look at that. Loud and clear over on YouTube. All right, what is up, everyone over on the communism platform? Mr. Satan, you were first over here, and you're omnipresent. You're a badass. What is up, Sir Adventures? We'll go with that. Happy Freedom to you. Tony Ridge, appreciate you being omnipresent. What's up, Alexis? Happy Freedom. What's up, Toy Mafia? Appreciate you being here. What's up, Skulls? What's up, Blueby? What's up, Energy Woman? What's up, Justin P? Happy Freedom to you. But a Scratch, happy Freedom to you. What's up, Jeannie? Appreciate you being here. All right, hooligans, you guys can hit that like button over on the commie platform as well. Snooks, you need to click my buttons. Well, happy Freedom to you, Snooks. All right, hooligans, we will get started on this first video here. It is titled, Boeing Workers Vote to Reject Wage Deal and Continue Strike. I didn't even realize they were on strike. These are some brave individuals. I wouldn't even raise my voice to my manager if I was working at Boeing, because they might just tune you up. Anyways, before we get into it, I want to remind you guys we have these ultra dark MAGA Hope t-shirts. Now, the shirts come in more than just the color black. I just prefer to wear black shirts, but you can get them in like 4 or 5 different colors. This design comes in shirts for men, shirts for women, tank tops for men, tank tops for women, pullover hoodies, zipper hoodies, coffee mugs, stickers, dog tags, and I even made bumper stickers. This design was created by Alistair, and he's a super badass hooligan out here doing the best of things. So you should definitely go check out this merch today. I just got on plain Jane Jeff Mac t-shirt. We got lots of items and lots of designs over on the merch store. I will drop the link in the chat while we're watching this first video. Why is this guy's head so small? I don't know. We'll figure it out.
Boeing workers rejected a wage deal and chose to continue striking Wednesday, extending a month-long strike damaging the company's finances.
Today, members voted to reject the company's latest offer by 64%.
The plane maker's latest offer had included a 35% wage hike over 4 years. Its rejection marks the second deal the union has voted down. The last offer was rejected by 95% of workers voting last month and triggered the strike. Workers have been frustrated with a decade of wages that have lagged behind inflation, while Boeing spent billions on share buybacks and paid out record executive bonuses. Among their demands was a 40% pay hike and the return of a defined benefit pension. International Association of Machinists District 751 President John Holden said the union would continue pushing for better terms.
You know, this wasn't enough for our members. There is a big gap that we couldn't reach, especially when it's been 16 years since we've had a chance to bargain every area of our contract. And trying to make all that up in one is very hard to do, but our members deserve more. They've spoken loudly, and we're going to go back to the table to try to achieve those things.
Boeing said it did not have an immediate comment on the vote. The strike involves 30,000 machinists in Boeing's West Coast factories and has halted production of Boeing's best-selling plane. During its quarterly earnings call on Wednesday, Boeing reported net losses of $6.2 billion in the third quarter this year and forecast it would burn cash through 2025. New CEO Kelly Ortberg warned there was no quick fix for the struggling company. Time is also running out for Boeing's suppliers. Many heavily invested in materials and tooling to support Boeing's planned ramp-up of jets, but they've also had to furlough workers in recent weeks and hold off on investments due to the strikes. One of them, Spirit Aerosystems, says a 21-day furlough of 700 workers will begin in days' time. Spirit has warned of more drastic furloughs and layoffs should the strikes continue beyond November.
Well, like I said, with the way Boeing treats their whistleblowers, I'm surprised these guys even went on strike. Now, I understand wanting more money, but I think everybody wants more money because of inflation. That's why. I mean, yeah, it sucks to not have enough money, but at the same time, if shit didn't cost so much, you wouldn't feel like you didn't have any money. And I think, let me see if it made the schedule. Let me see here. Actually, I think it did make the schedule. There was a portion of a video with some liberals having a discussion. They were talking about how things don't cost a lot. You just feel like they cost a lot. The economy's fine, but your personal economy isn't because of how you feel about things. Like, no, that's not how money works. It's not how money works. Just because you feel like $1 million doesn't mean you got $1 million. You know, unless you drive a Subaru, you'll hit $1 million. It's just not going to be doll hairs. Anyways, next up we have recalls have Americans concerned over food safety, which I think is complete bullshit. But they're here to tell you that you need to be afraid of everything. You need to be afraid of everything. The food you make at home, you're eating at your friend's house, the pumpkin pie your mom made for dinner, you got to be afraid of all that stuff because McDonald's is having problems and Boar's Head had problems 2 months ago. So that means all food is tainted now in America and you just have to be super ultra afraid. Now, they didn't necessarily suggest to eat Z-Bugs, but, that's probably what they're kind of alluding to. Either way, we're going to read through the chat really quick and see what you hooligans think about these Boeing workers on strike because they want a few more doll hairs. I also wonder if they can't afford things or if they just want more money. Because it seems like if you work in a big company like that, you could probably afford more than most. So is it that they can't afford food or they can't buy that new Rolex they're eyeballing? That's what I really wonder. Anyways, what's up, Guess MJ? Happy freedom to you. Get some 7 inches, but my feel is like it's a 10. That's right, Guess some. That's right. Oh, female math. Is that what it is? That's a whole 10 inches. She's like, it only feels like 7. You're like, you know what? Trading you in. 10 man, Claypool is my top 5 bass players. Yeah, Claypool, he's such a badass. I hope he doesn't get involved in politics. I can't stand losing people that I used to think was entertaining. Just reading through the chat. Astro Hammer just waiting for Joe to pardon Hunter. Where has Hunter Biden been? He was all in the news and then he just disappeared. It's kind of like Biden. Biden was every day. This is just hearing about Biden. Now he's just gone. It's once every 2 weeks we see him. Like, oh yeah, I forgot about old man Walter. I'm not reading that out loud, Josh 1776, but that is funny. Cricket Kiss, keep us confused, in fear and perpetual state of crisis. Evil assholes. Yeah, Cricket Kiss. Josh 1776. So the people with hygiene problems served bad food. Crazy. Yeah. Yep, and now everything's tainted. And they don't even connect the two stories. They're like, over here, they're having food problems. So all of us have food problems. Like, no, we're not a communist country yet. Like, calm down. Calm down. The fear-mongering. DCAT, enough beer and enough burritos and you'll survive anything. Hell yeah. Hell yeah. I survived the winter wasteland 7 months out of the year. I'm not worried about this little shit out here. Got people dying in the snow and stuff. Free the Texan, we're all tired of not making enough because of inflation. Get in line. Yeah, exactly. Exactly. What's up, Seppa? Happy freedom. What's up, Kevin? Happy freedom to you. Josh 1776, Rumble's clear on your phone? Awesome. Yeah, I can't wait for Rumble Rick to write me back because I want to get this stuff figured out. I'm tired of worrying about stupid, glitchy problems. Tap at McDonald's is making more money with both campaigns fighting who likes McDonald's more. Yeah. Well, even in this video that we're about to play, they're like, yeah, Americans are really scared of getting sick from food. And they're like, so you're at McDonald's right now? And the woman's like, yeah. And they're like, so is it really hurting their prices? She's like, well, there's actually more people here today than there was yesterday. Like, blow the whole story before it even begins. Like, starts off with that. Nope, there's actually more people here today than there was yesterday, but Americans, they're so scared of food right now. It's unbelievable how dumb these people are, or how dumb they think we are. It's one or the other. One or the other is going on. And I didn't pull the video or any of the dumb shit, but all over X, there's some woman who claimed that President Trump groped her like 32 years ago or some bullshit, but she didn't remember until 12 days before the election at his second term. It's so stupid. I didn't even put it on the schedule. I'm not entertaining that stupid bullshit, but it's out there. The Democrats are so desperate. They're so desperate. What's up, Garlic Press? Happy freedom. Isn't that the FDA that should report bad food? Why did the CDC report the issue at McDonald's? That seems strange. Yep, Garlic Press. See, you're noticing too much. You're going to get a knock at the door later on today. You're thinking too much over there. Just reading through. Waiting for my pet troll to show up. What's up, Lisa? Happy freedom. Where's the skimpy tank top? It was too cold today. It's too cold. Maybe tomorrow. And don't be texting and driving. Let me see here. What's up, Hillbilly at Heart? Happy freedom. Justin P. I voted for Ohio, or in Ohio, voted for President Trump. What a badass, Justin. I can't wait to vote. Can't wait. Wait for November 5th. Tracy, can't do fast food. Makes me feel like I ate poison. Yeah, I don't really eat fast food either. One, I can't afford it at all. And it just goes right through me. I never feel like I'm full. I just feel like I have to use the bathroom. And that's, it doesn't work out. What's up, Chris? Happy freedom. Energy Woman, we need a class action lawsuit against the digital harassment. Been harassed since 2016. We won't win it. We won't win the lawsuit because of Section 230. Section 230 says that these digital platforms are allowed to do whatever they want to your content, including take it down, even if it is constitutionally protected. It says that verbatim. It is word for word. Somehow we have I don't think it's a law. I don't know what it is, a regulation or something, but it is anti-constitution, and it's the reason why you can't do anything about them interfering with your freedom of speech. President Trump at one point was talking about a digital bill of rights where our freedoms would transfer over to the digital realm. They wouldn't be able to silence us anymore. Our freedom of speech, all of our constitutional rights would be online. But then so would liability. So if you broke the law online, you would be held accountable very much like if you did it in real life. And it's been like 8 months since he said something about that, and I haven't heard anything about it since. So I don't know if that's still on the menu or not, but he did mention it, and we need something like that. Or at very least, we need to pull down Section 230, because that is nonsense. That shouldn't even be a thing. What's up, DB? Happy freedom. Sage Pup, people getting sick from fast food restaurants happen all the time and goes unreported. They just use the McDonald's thing because they're desperate. Yeah, Sage Pup, if President Trump didn't go work a shift at McDonald's, they wouldn't even be talking about it. It would be below the radar. Only local people would hear about it. People where those restaurants or those McDonald's are located. That'd be the only place you hear about it. It wouldn't be national news. It's only because President Trump was just there last week and he was like, oh, McDonald's is fantastic. And so the news is like, oh, no, President Trump likes McDonald's. No, McDonald's sucks. So they got to go out there and do that because anything President Trump touches, they have to go out there and attack it because they're a bunch of bastards. Next up, like I said, recalls have Americans concerned over food safety. Let's just get through this fear-mongering propaganda. It's a bunch of bullshit. Anyways, let's get this rolling, and don't forget, hit that like button over on Rumble.
A rash of deadly foodborne illnesses triggering mass recalls across the country, and it's causing some Americans to become increasingly worried about the food supply chain. This after the latest report of a deadly E. coli outbreak involving some McDonald's burgers and other recent tainted foods, including boar's head deli meat, several different brands of frozen waffles, too. News Nation's Kelsey Kernstein joining us live from a McDonald's right here in Chicago. Kelsey, are you seeing people staying away from the fast food chain this morning, or is that drive-through popping off?
I'll tell you what, Marky, despite these issues, it has been busy here this morning at McDonald's. In fact, more busy than it was even yesterday. But yes, we're learning that the CDC actually informed McDonald's about the potential link between an E. coli outbreak and their quarter pounder late last week. It wasn't until this week that they actually pulled the quarter pounder from some of their menus in some states. But it's not just McDonald's that is dealing with food issues. There are recalls happening across the nation. In fact, it's leading some people to question whether it's even safe to eat at home.
American staple McDonald's is reeling after an E. coli outbreak hit several stores across the nation.
If you're eating fast food, be careful out there.
The outbreak infecting as many as 50 people, killing one and sending 10 to the hospital. About 20% of McDonald's restaurants across 10 states have been forced to pull the quarter pounder off their menu.
been to McDonald's a handful of times in the last month or two, and yeah, E. coli would definitely be scary, so I'm going to be taking a break from them for a little while.
Health leaders say preliminary evidence leads them to believe the onions are the likely culprit, but continue to investigate. Despite this, McDonald's USA president telling the Today Show Wednesday he's confident it's still safe to eat at his restaurants.
Yeah, we took swift action yesterday to remove the quarter pounder. I want to say to our consumers that you can confidently go to McDonald's today.
Americans are also worried if what they're serving up at home is even safe, as grocery stores pull a slew of items over listeria concerns, from Treehouse Krusty's waffles and pancake mixes to Bruce Pack's ready-to-eat meals. These food safety lapses have people heated. Food service specialist Sharif Metyaz blames the suppliers.
Some process broke down, some standards were not upkept. That leads to issues, and that's what you're seeing in the Costco's of the world that had to recall a number of items.
So we asked if Americans should be concerned about how safe the supply chain is with all of these issues.
It's very safe. There's these issues that pop up, but in the totality, you're talking less than, 0.001% of product that is, questionable potentially due to safety concerns.
To reduce some of these issues, the FDA is working on a strict documentation process on how food moves through the supply chain, and that is set to go into effect starting in January of 2026. Marky.
Okay, good to know, because some of these recent headlines have been scary. Kelsey, thank you so much. Speaking of scary, thanks for watching, everyone.
Oh yeah, these headlines are real scary. Oh, it's real scary. Americans are so scared right now that they're all going to McDonald's to eat that food that has E. coli. It doesn't make any damn sense. Americans are so scared. Really, how's the turnout? Well, there's actually more people going to McDonald's today than there was yesterday when the news broke. But they're really scared. Just take our word for it. Okay, that doesn't make any sense. By the way, be afraid to eat food at home, too, because, McDonald's and Boar's Head, that has shit to do with what you got at home. None of it makes sense. None of it makes sense. Just be really afraid. I wonder how long they'll carry this story. I was surprised to see it today. I thought it was going to be all, done with. I thought yesterday was going to be it. Nope. They got to carry the story. Be really afraid of the food. Don't eat. Don't eat food. Don't enforce your rights. Don't go vote. Don't go outside. Stay indoors until the government throws you out on your face. Be really afraid. It's so stupid. How un-American, I'm just saying. Being all scared of food and shit. How you supposed to fight communism? You're scared of a bologna sandwich. I don't understand that. Anyways, next up we got Americans split on militarized camps for undocumented immigrants. That's a whole lot of word salad right there. Militarized camps for the border crossers. That's what it is. I know some people are like, yeah, let's do that. Fuck that. Throw them out. Throw them right out on their face. Throw them out of the country. We don't need to house them in 5-star hotels. We don't need to house them in a militarized camp. We don't need to house them at all. We need to just tell them no at the border, and the ones we got, throw them out. Do that. It's real simple. It's real simple. Like I say all the time, you got strangers walking through the front door of your house. Well, you don't want to keep them in the guest bedroom, right? Well, you also don't build a dog kennel for them. You tell them no and get the fuck out of the house or else. That's how it works. At least that's how it works in my damn house. Anyways, we're going to read through the chat really quick, see what you hooligans think about big scary food out there before we get into this militarized camps for the border crossers. Guess military camp, hire more border patrol, then brag about the job you created. Yeah, it sounds like what Democrats do, They burn down a mansion and then they build a abortion center and they go, look at the great things we did. I'm like, what? What are you talking about? What's up, Anna? Happy freedom. You will eat Z-bugs or else. That's where they're walking us. They didn't specifically say that, but they're pretty much saying, gotta be afraid of all the food. What else is there to eat? Got some listeria. Didn't stop me from Bluebell ice cream. See, and I don't even know about any of that stuff. I don't know. These things happen, the stuff happens all the time. Cross-contamination, all that happens all the time. But it's weird to see so much publicity on be afraid of food. That just, I don't know. They always want you to be scared of something. What's up, Matt? Happy freedom? Fuck these fear mongers. Yeah. They must not have had anything else to do on this day. What is it, Thursday today? Is it Thursday or Friday? It's Thursday. Guess Boeing's losing money based on too many lawsuits over the 737 failures. Yeah. They need to get their shit together. It doesn't seem like it would be that difficult. All of their problems are really stupid problems. They're like, well, the guy didn't want to put the plane parts together because he was really lazy. So the plane's falling apart in the sky. Okay, let's not have lazy people put the plane together. They're like, well, I don't know about that. I'm like, okay. People love being stupid. I don't know. It drives me crazy. Just walking around like a total dumbass. Well, that's true, Russell. That's true. There's always hoo-ha if you get real hungry. Tap at, I had McDonald's and it tastes like MAGA. Badass. Plutonium, I'm putting plane parts together right now. Well, I hope you're not lazy because I don't want to have to report on you on your planes falling apart. I'm sure you got this, Plutonium. What's up, MU? Happy freedom to you. You hooligans got to hit that like button. We don't even have 100 people in the chat over on Rumble. What is going on? You want YouTube to win this? Oh, YouTube's spanking ass over there with 130. We can't have that bullshit. You guys got to hit that like button. Dutton, grow your own food and you'll have nothing to fear. That's true, Dutton. It just sucks for people that are in apartments and stuff. Like where I live, I don't get direct sunlight. So food is rough to grow here when you don't get direct sunlight. But it is the way to go. Same thing with homeschooling. If we grew our own food and we homeschooled, we'd be a lot better off. But when you work 170 hours a week and you live in an apartment where you don't get direct sunlight, well, you can't grow food and you can't homeschool your kid because you don't have time to do it. And it's done that way on purpose. Everything's structured this way on purpose. What's up, Dutton? Happy freedom to you. Tap at McDonald's getting that free advertisement. Yep, they love the controversy going on right now. Awesome, Kevin. I'll check it after the live. I see your buddy on the game there. He's a badass. I don't even know what that is. I haven't seen one of those. Ghostly. They're like, McDonald's will kill you. We're like, yeah, we know. Yeah, exactly, Ghostly. I don't think they're talking to the millennials enough. I think they're talking to Gen Z. They're like, hey, be really scared of McDonald's. I heard they're making fascist burgers. They're like, oh no, going to protest the McDonald's. Kevin, our McDonald's tastes like curry, same as Tim's coffee. I've never had the Timmy Hortons. Maybe once. There's one in Muskegon, and I remember we drove past it. I don't remember if I actually stopped or not. But we don't have Timmy Hortons like in Canada and stuff. I hear it's good though. I hear it's like badass. I wonder if we even get the same food. Because like in McDonald's in Canada, you can get poutines. You can't get that in America. At least you can in Michigan. You would think Michigan, you'd be able to get the poutines at McDonald's. Because, Canada's just really northern Michigan. But nope. It's weird how it's the same, but it's a little different. What's up, Boosted Flames? Happy freedom. What's up, Nobody's Fault? Happy freedom. Timmy sucks. Oh no, you're going to piss all the Canadians off. DCAT, I have a question. Just because you live in an apartment, does that make a difference when you live in Michigan and we barely get sunshine in the first place? Well, I mean, it does for plants. It doesn't for me, really, because I'm half Italian, so I keep a little tan on me. I'm okay. But yeah, the plants, most of them need direct sunlight, and I can't get that because of the side of the building I'm on. What's up, Jay Tyler? Happy freedom. Jay Tyler, we should make it a national, what is that, Mickey D's Day? I don't know. Some people are like super against McDonald's. Matthew Soylent Green, yeah, see, I was just saying. Some people are really against McDonald's. Yeah, Kevin. No, I know. I went and got a pineapple twisted tea for the Trump rally tonight. Never had a pineapple one. I'm pretty excited about it. But I was questioning if the guy that took my money for the pineapple tea was legally here or not. The way he was talking and the weird tattoos he had, I was like looking for those TDA tattoos and stuff. Shouldn't be like that, and normally I'm not, but he couldn't speak any English. I mean, he wasn't even broken English. He was like just mumbling at me to see if I could tell that he couldn't speak English or not. Either way, we'll figure it out. Extra bill. Garlic press is a fine American. I agree. Handicapable, you just bounce it around? No, it's not fuck Rumble, but they are having problems, and it is frustrating. But Rumble's actually going to help me get these problems fixed. YouTube would never do that. They would never do that. They would tell me to eat shit. What's up, Penelope? Happy freedom. I use grow lights. Yeah, so you can't do that here in an apartment. You won't get, well, you could. You just can't use the big ones. Like, I'm used to using 400 watt or 600 watt high pressure sodium lights or metal halide lights. You can't use that stuff in an apartment. You'll burn that house down. You know, they don't put the circuit breakers so they're able to withstand that kind of power. I mean, I'm used to using lights where every time you turn one on, boop, there's $20. Boop, there's $20. And having big, huge grow rooms and stuff like that. But in a little apartment, I can't do that. And maybe there's, you know, more energy efficient ways to do it. I'm used to growing buds the size of my forearms, you know, and I figure I could grow tomatoes like that and pumpkins and who knows what else. But using little sissy grow lights, like little LED lights, like this kind of stuff, you're not growing the big stuff. You know, you might be able to grow the plant and have a nice green, you know, leafy thing. But as soon as you try to flower it or fruit it, it's going to just be a little stringy nothing, you know. Agent O, I just got out of trim jail. What is trim jail? What does that mean? Is that something I'm not supposed to say out loud? Look, YouTube's going to strike me. They're like, it sounded like hate speech. Not sure what he said. Better strike him anyways. Fucking commies. That's alright. Snooks, why does poutine sound very naughty? Yeah, I felt that way when I first heard it like 6-7 years ago. Stuck it right in her poutine. What's up, J Spray? Happy freedom to you. Guess you can get Poo-Tang there too. Yeah, I mean, if you know the lady behind the cashier, you might be able to get some of that too. She's still going to charge you extra for it. The damn inflation is just out of this world, you know. I'm just saying. Tom, my 680 watt LED is only about $80 a month to run, and I could get about 2 pounds off of it. Works great for garden plants in the spring. A 680 watt LED, is it actually 680 or is it the equivalent of 680? When I was running grow rooms, the LED lights weren't worth getting. They were way too expensive and they wouldn't give you a big enough harvest. But I see that the LED lights have come a long way. When I was looking up grow stuff recently, they weren't that bad in price, and there's a lot more lumens than what it was 10 years ago. MU Rumble's looking good. See, it still looks like blurry shit to me, but as long as it's good for you guys. The thing is it's not picking up what I'm laying down. Like right now, I'm sending out 6,000 kilobits of bit rate. So when you go to select the quality, there should be either like a 5.5 or a 6.0 that you can choose, and it says 4.5, which means that it's not even accepting the amount of data that I'm actually sending. Again, this is something wrong with Rumble. It's not on my end. Guess I'm no blur. Awesome. Glad to hear it. Jay Tyler, don't you bring Pootie Tang into this? I wonder if Pootie Tang could come out nowadays with all, you know, everybody's all soft and stupid. I like watching them older funny videos because we may never see them again. All right, hooligans, we're going to get on this next video here. This is American split on militarized camps for undocumented border crossers. I think it's just too much effort. Why accommodate them at all? I just don't get that. We're going to give them a bed, but we're not giving them a pillow this time. What? Don't give them shit. They're here illegal. Like, I don't understand being soft and stupid. I don't. I don't know if it's because of how old I am or if it's because I was raised by my great-grandparents. But something's going on here, and everybody is really stupid that's handling these problems. Either way, once again, this is American split on militarized camps for undocumented border crossers. Let's get this rolling.
The growing illegal immigration crisis in America will be one of the major issues galvanizing voters to the polls this year. Both candidates' border policies are coming under the microscope, and now a new survey reveals nearly half of the country supports setting up militarized encampments for undocumented migrants. But 50% are against the idea. Breaking it down by party, nearly 80% of Republicans support it, while just over 20% of Democrats do. Joining me now are immigration lawyer Renata Castro and Art Del Cueto, Vice President of the National Border Patrol Council. Good morning to both of you. Art, let me start with you just because you've had a front row seat to the border crisis. You and I have talked several times over the last 4 years. Militarized camps does have a harsh ring to it, but nearly half of Americans support it. Do you support this idea, and what would those even look like?
Look, I absolutely support the rule of law and getting a lot of these individuals that have entered the country illegally, or a lot of these individuals that have entered illegally, asked for asylum, and people don't know where they're at. So obviously I support trying to find out where these individuals are, find out what their true intentions are, letting them get their day in court and find out if they really do have an asylum claim, which a lot of us know the majority of them don't have one. Now, you're absolutely right. The problem is the media does a great job of saying, hey, militarized camp, or, you know, using the military. And it makes people kind of scared because they don't know what it would look like. But realistically, I think it's assistance from the military in order to be able to find where all these individuals are. It's just, you know, obviously you're going to have people that are going to use it and for their own narrative and twist how the words sound.
Renata, let me get your take on the legality of this. I mean, we haven't seen militarized encampments for immigrants since World War II, when roughly 120,000 Japanese Americans were forced to live in them under the Alien Enemies Act. Would this be legal today to enforce?
If we follow the rule of law that has been well established by the Supreme Court, no. We do not need to invoke a rather discriminatory law to go back to a very dark time in American history, where of the 120,000 Japanese and Japanese Americans who were detained, 2/3 were U.S. citizens who were, in fact, paid reparations because of the discriminatory way that the law was carried. I am glad to hear that the representative from ICE agrees that the rule of law needs to be followed, because that's why we have immigration courts. What we need more than a militarized border is a more effective and revamped asylum law that doesn't require the inhumane process of presenting oneself at the border at risk of being killed, kidnapped, the horrors you hear from these individuals who have valid claims trying to seek asylum is quite horrendous, and we need to change the law.
And let me just follow up with you. Why couldn't this work? Why couldn't this be our Ellis Island, if you will, where they're able to make their way over, stay in one place with food, you know, medical services, legal services, and become citizens? Why could this specific way not work?
In my professional opinion and experience, the most effective way to run asylum petitions would be to use American consulates and embassies abroad, so that the American government is not bearing the cost of housing, of medical care for the millions of individuals who are seeking asylum in the United States. Today, this is a problem that's much broader than just the Mexico-U.S. border. In fact, we have a spike in crossings from Canada, but somehow this is not well reported because it's not an issue that Americans throughout the United States think is happening today. So in order to have a more effective and efficient way of carrying out asylum law, we need immigration reform now more than ever.
And Art, let me just ask you one more question. Trump's border policy also includes a mass deportation of 11 million undocumented migrants. Something tells me that's easier said than done. What would that take in terms of resources and money?
She said they're not reporting on it because Americans don't know about it. What the fuck does that mean?
It would take a lot of effort from other and various law enforcement agencies to help. And I'm glad the attorney is saying, look, just entering the country and getting released is not a proper way of seeking asylum. They need to seek asylum in their country, and there needs to be some kind of way that you can have, the immigration officers and attorneys in those countries, in the consulates, because just coming across, asking for asylum and getting lost in society is not the proper way to do it. And I will remind people, look, it's not a racial thing. At the end of the day, the administration has announced that they have detained individuals from 160 different countries. I've said it before and I'll say it again. Illegal is not a race.
Thanks for watching, everybody. Go to
Illegal is not a race. I like how she tried to call him a racist indirectly. She kept using terms like discriminatory. That dude's Mexican or something. He's Hispanic of sorts. You can't use the white card on that guy. Did you see his name? His name had asterisks and stuff around it, okay? Like, come on, man. That doesn't work. That's so 2020. You can call the guy a racist? Come on, man. Stupid. And then that dumb girl said, well, you know, there's stuff going on, but nobody knows about it. And the reason that the news doesn't report on it is because Americans don't know that they don't know about it. That's what the news is for, you fucking idiot. The news reports the shit so the people know that it's happening. That's what the news is, you fucking idiot. It's like so stupid. No wonder they're cutting their own dicks off. Damn, just a bunch of idiots wandering around. I'm surprised they can organize protests. Oh, that's Soros. Anyways. Next up, we got DOJ warns Elon Musk that $1 million giveaway to voters may be illegal. Like I said, we covered a video sort of like this already a couple days ago. At the time, it was a bunch of lefties that were all pissed off that Elon was trying to encourage people to go register to vote and things like that. Now the DOJ's got a hold of it and they're saying Elon's a terrorist and all this other stupid shit. They're like, it might sort of may be illegal. Aren't you the Department of Justice? Don't you know if it's illegal or not? I mean, shit. When you got the people that write the laws and enforce the laws, they're like, I don't know, it might be illegal. We're supposed to know the laws. We get pulled over and shit. They're like, do you know what you're doing wrong? No. Enlighten me. Enlighten me what I'm doing wrong. Holy. Anyways, we're going to read through the chat really quick and see what you hooligans think about these militarized camps that they're talking about. Again, I think they should just throw these border crossers out. They should just throw them out. We shouldn't house them anywhere. Not over here, not over there, not on a train, not on a plane. You know, like green eggs and ham. Just throw them bastards out. Throw them out. Anyways, reading through the chat. And a double speak word salad is what she did. Yeah, and we didn't even order that. I want a refund. You know, I'm just saying. Man, they're too lazy to fly them back to their countries. Yeah, it's gonna be interesting to see how this goes. And they can come over if they do it correctly, not just come across. Wait in your own country. Yep, that's right. It's dumb that we even got to say that. You know, everyone who's here is made of a different kind of DNA. We're all a mixed pot here. It's what makes America America. But everybody who came here back in the day had to come here legally or else. And for some reason, the liberals don't understand that. And so when you say send the border crossers back, they just think you're a racist. No, anybody can come here as long as they do it legitimately. But if you don't do it legitimately, well, you're trespassing and breaking and entering. And ask most Americans how they feel if somebody just walked right into their front door and said, hey, we're taking over here. I don't think it's going to be a nice welcome, welcome wagon is what they're going to receive. I'm just saying. Guess this person's a left-winger. Yeah. Yep, cookie cutter too. Just copy and paste. Just another so-called Facebook activist. J Spray sounds like a dude. It did have a little manly lisp to it. Guess, fuck their asylum. We're not babysitters. Fix your country. Yeah, exactly. J Spray with the Wadate. This has been so long since I see Pootie Tang. Matt, it's okay for Bill Gates to give $50 million to Camilla, but Elon can't give money to regular citizens. Yeah, and it's his own money, and he's not even giving it to them for them to register or for them to vote. The money is being given to these guys for pledging that, they support freedom of speech and the Constitution. I have the petition. We're going to watch the video, and after the video, I'll give you guys the link to the petition. You can sign the petition. I signed the petition, and if you want to put me down as a reference, Elon will throw me a little bit of a kickback, and that's a way for you to send some support for free. But either way, we'll get through that when we get to that point. Snooks, I can't eat wieners. Please don't turn me off of salads. Well, we won't talk about tossing salad today. Maybe, maybe some other time. MU, they're trying to make the feeding, clothing, and housing look legit for normies. Yeah. Well, I don't know how people can even afford to buy a house, get a mortgage or anything like that. Well, a lot of people can't. I can't wait for President Trump to get into office and have some hope that things are going to change for the better. SEPA, they should hand out addresses of blue team politicians to these border crossers. Yeah. Be like, here you go. Go camp in their front yard since they love you so much. Mad Marv, secure our borders and deport all of the illegals. Ultra MAGA 2024. That's right, Mad Marv. Tepat, they're only here for the McDonald's. Yeah, do they get free McDonald's too? They get free everything else. What's up, Tony Rez? Happy freedom to you. Russell, they could be militarized work camps. I don't even want them working here. Come here illegally or don't be here at all. You know, that's where I'm at. We are the people. Might the FEMA camps be for patriots rather than illegal invaders? Well, and that's another thing to worry about too. They're going to be building these camps and everyone's going to be like, yeah, it's for the border crossers. And then all of a sudden they start picking up all the unvaccinated and shit. We're like, oh no, didn't see that coming. Hit us with the reverse Uno card. I'm just saying, it's no good. Jay Tyler, they called the Proud Boys racist and the leader was a Mexican American. He's I'm trying to think what he is because I don't think he's a Mexican. He's something though. He's not Vietnamese. I don't remember what he is. I don't think he's a Mexican, but he's not white. I know that he's not white. I think he's in prison right now. Oh God, I can't remember what he is. I know somebody in the chat knows what he is. But yeah, you're right. He's not white. But when Roe vs. Wade happened, there was some really ugly looking dude in the crowd, and he was going around calling everybody a racist and all this stuff. And he got in an argument with this Hispanic woman who was obviously Hispanic. Okay, she had everything going for her to be Hispanic. And he's like, yeah, well, you're a white supremacist. She's like, I'm not even white. He's like, you don't have to be white to be a white supremacist. Damn, I didn't know that. You know, ever since then, it's like, man, there's just no rules to the game. There's no rules at all. What's up, Kirk Allen? Happy freedom. Kirk Allen, threats on our national security, Patriot Act. Yeah, we'll see, and that's what doesn't make sense, that they just let them come up in here. It's a full-on invasion. And now the cartel is saying that they're going to allow their guys to take shots at border agents. And nobody's even talking about what the border agents are going to do. I guess they just have to wear more bulletproof armor. Like, are they even going to be able to shoot back? Probably not. We're going to watch them quit. That's what's going to end up happening. They're going to end up quitting. I think they're just waiting for November 5th to see how things go. I wonder when they're going to be done with the count. Because I highly doubt we're going to know who won by November 6th with the way that things are going. It's going to be like Christmas. They're going to be like, we finally got done counting for the election. They better not say Harris won, because you know that's a lie. SEPA, don't call it a camp, but a relocation center. Problem solved. As long as they put it on that side of the wall, I don't care what they call it. They call it whatever they want to, as long as it's on the outside of the wall. Zeuspoop, my grandma, a diehard Democrat, just called and told me that she voted for Trump. Wow, that's crazy, Zeuspoop. That's awesome. That's super awesome. Darth Blaze, imagine handing over the keys to that Kamala weirdo. No. Wouldn't it be funny if Old Man Walter wouldn't do the transition of power? If Kamala won and Old Man Walter's like, no. No, don't, he says. It would be funny. And the new January 6th happens. Liberals, they're all confused. They don't know what to do. It's kind of like the Kamala supporters. Have you seen the Harris supporters that have big trucks with big Harris flags? I'm like, wow, 4 years of talking shit about Trumpers doing that, and now you bastards are out here walking in the same footsteps thinking you're doing something brand new. Can't believe it. It reminds me of J6 where you see Antifa and they're putting on the MAGA hats and stuff before they go enter the Capitol. Fed boys. Jay Blazer, because they will do whatever it takes to mask their true intentions. Yep, lie, cheat, and steal. Look over here while we do stuff over there. That's what they do. That's what they do. Shanti, I feel so bad for those people who vote for her really because they're being deceived. And what are they going to do when Trump wins? Well, I think elderly people are being deceived. I think the ones that vote for Harris that are elderly, they don't have friends, they don't have anybody coming to visit them, they just have CNN and their cat. They're being deceived. That's why I don't say anything when I see them wearing masks and shit. I'm like, you're on the end part of your life. So I'm not going to tell you how to live the last moments of your life. You want to live in fear, whatever. They don't have anybody telling them otherwise, right? And it's hard to teach an old dog new tricks. So you try to talk to somebody elderly, especially when you look like you're 12, like me. They don't want to hear that bullshit. They're like, get out of here with that nonsense. I'm like, okay, but you're wearing 2 masks and a butt plug right now thinking you're being safe from germs. Like, I don't, whatever. So I just let them be. But it's the young ones that get upset, that feel they need to come into your yard and correct you on who you want to vote for. Those are the people I don't feel bad for at all. Like, not at all. I'm seeing them getting ran over by trucks and shit. I'm like, oh, hey, don't play in the road, dumbass. I don't want anything bad to happen to anybody, but shit, you can't save everyone. Especially when you got to save them from their own ignorance. You make bad decisions, it'll catch up to you, The best thing you can do is research, make good decisions. You make a bad decision, you eat shit, well, learn from that lesson. Don't make the same decision twice. We're talking about people cutting their wieners off, okay? Like, you can't save them from themselves. They just got stuff wrong with them, They need a kind of help that I'm not licensed to give. Something. They need somebody to give them more than a hug, right? Somebody in their life that actually loves them needs to commit those fuckers until they get their brains straight. Just saying. What's up, Amazing Disgrace? Happy freedom. Amazing Disgrace. Republicans should have followed through and made Biden step down. We don't want Kamala counting the votes. Well, that's true too. With the cheating going on, I don't think it really matters who the candidate is on blue team. They're going to try and manipulate the election. They've already started. We've covered 3 videos now where those electronic machines are flipping votes and stuff like that. So just got to keep our eyes peeled. Jonathan, you would think that, but my whole street is Harris signs. I think people get paid to put those Harris signs up. Like I said, I seen a house the other day that had like 6 or 7 Harris signs. Like the same exact sign. I don't have my Trump sign next to me, but it's one of those, regular little signs, the little yard signs. And they were just kind of like staggered all over the yard. And they weren't really done in a readable way. I mean, you had to like slow down. They were so close together that you couldn't even read the front of the sign. And I'm like, why do you got 6 signs in your front yard? Your front yard's 2 foot by 4 foot. What are you even doing? And you can't read it. Like, what are you doing? And so I think they actually get paid for that by somebody. I don't know if it's a Democrat building, locally or what it is, but otherwise I don't know why people are doing that. And the signs I'm seeing, a lot of them are handmade, meaning that they didn't even purchase them. And a lot of them are free. So I don't know. Arts and crafts, meth is a hell of a drug. Like, I don't know what else to say. What's up, Martina? Happy freedom. We the people are tired of all this crap. You're not wrong. You are not wrong. All right, read through a little bit more. Guess yes, Act Blue pays them. Yeah, see, and that's what it looks like. When you see those Harris signs and they're not, when you see a Trump sign, it's in your face. Hey, there's no idiots that live at this house, no kid fuckers or any of that going on this property. It's right there in your face. Trump sign, boom. Everybody here has a brain intact. Those Harris signs are just throwing up gang signs in the front yard. You're like, I don't even know what that is. You got to stop, get out of the car. What the? Oh, pedophiles live here. Shit. They got to be getting paid. Otherwise, it doesn't make any sense. I think it's a propaganda, or not. Well, it's obviously propaganda, but it's a publicity campaign. That's what I think it is. Anyways, getting into this next one, this is DOJ warns Elon Musk that $1 million giveaway to voters may be illegal. Like I said, I got the links and all of that if you want to sign the petition. We'll talk about it after the video. Hit that like button and let's get this rolling.
Every day from now until the election, we're giving out $1 million prize.
Elon Musk's $1 million giveaway is raising new legal questions this morning for the tech giant. NBC News confirming the Justice Department sent a letter to his pro-Trump super PAC, warning it may be violating federal law.
I have a surprise for you. which is that we're going to be awarding $1 million to randomly to people who have signed the petition.
The super PAC promising that prize money to people who pledge their support for First and Second Amendment rights. But in order to get the money, you have to be registered to vote in one of 7 swing states, prompting legal scrutiny by some Democrats.
I think there are real questions with how he is spending money in this race. I think it's something that law enforcement could take a look at.
The Justice Department has declined to comment, but federal law prohibits paying people to register to vote. The question, whether that law applies here, unclear, election law experts say.
It's not as if he was paying people in order to register to vote. It was much more subtle than that. I think it's unlikely that they would prosecute this, but this is a shot across the bow.
Still, the super PAC running an ambitious get-out-the-vote effort for the former president in the final stretch of the race, with Musk himself pouring at least $75 million into the PAC for Trump, which has been posting these videos of people who have won the sweepstakes.
Now, it's unclear if the DOJ actually brings a criminal case against Musk for this, with voter registration in Pennsylvania having already ended this past Monday. Now, we reached out to Musk and his super PAC for a comment on all of this, but have not heard back, and he has not posted on X about it yet, guys.
All right. Thank you, Laura.
Sure.
Thank you.
All right. Well, like I said, I got the link and all that stuff here. If you would like to join the petition, pledging that you support free speech and all of that, this is what it looks like. We'll make it full screen so you can see the whole deal. Let me get this off the screen there. So this is the petition page. It says petition in favor of free speech and the right to bear arms. This top part here is constantly being updated, showing the latest people to win the $1 million. And it says between October 22nd, which was 2 days ago, and November 5th, each day one petition signer from either PA, GA, Nevada, Arizona, Michigan, all the swing states, could potentially win $1 million. And then it goes on to say, the First and Second Amendment guarantee freedom of speech and the right to bear arms. By signing below, I am pledging my support for the First and Second Amendments. It says, in appreciation for your support, you will receive $47 for each registered voter that you refer to sign the petition. So I get a little kickback if you guys throw me down as a reference. It says, our goal is to get 1 million registered voters in swing states to sign in support of the Constitution, especially freedom of speech and the right to bear arms. This program is exclusively open to registered voters in Pennsylvania, Georgia, Nevada, Arizona, Michigan, Wisconsin, and North Carolina. It expires on Election Day, November 5th. So this is the form they want you to fill out. Down here where it says, did someone refer you, email or cell phone, this is where you will throw my email in there if you would like to send me some support at no cost to you. Signing the petition just pledges that you are in support of the First and Second Amendment, but the whole Constitution, as it says later on the page. It's not requiring you to do anything. Again, it's not asking you to go register to vote or anything like that. It's just encouragement and people being political and whatnot. So if you would like to make your pledge and all of that and throw my email down as a person that referred to you, you're welcome to do that. Here's the links right here if you'd like to be a part of that. Like I said, I already signed up for it. I'm not worried about any of that bullshit, and I'm pro-Constitution all day. So if you're in a swing state, this is kind of the focus here, but either way, let me drop this in the chat. And like I said, if you throw my email at the bottom, I'll get a little kickback, and it's a free way for you to send some support. So it's up to you. I did the thing. If you want to, there you go. Provided it to you. Either way, next up. Swoop and squat scheme, alleged insurance scam caught on camera. Like I was saying earlier, we have, I don't remember what it's called now. It's not at will's employment. I don't know. Our insurance here in Michigan is, everything's your fault. I don't remember what it's called right now. At fault insurance is, I believe, what it's called. So like I said, if I get rear-ended or somebody T-bones the car or they smoke my car while it's in the parking lot and I'm inside of a Culver's eating a burger, it's all my fault and my insurance has to pay for it. That's the way it works here in Michigan. So I don't hear a whole lot about insurance fraud, but I guess it's a big thing. And this next video is going to show you some assholes that are trying to commit insurance fraud. I keep wanting to say election fraud. Insurance fraud, but either way, it's coming up next. Now, before we move forward, I just realized I didn't give you guys any reminders today, so let me drop a reminder really quick. If you would like to participate in Free Speech Saturday, make sure you post all of your memes over on Discord or on jeffmaclive.com. Just hop in the group chats on either platform. You'll see the tabs labeled memes. Drop what you got and we'll shout you out, as we're making Saturdays more fun. I'm going to read through the chat and we'll get on this insurance fraud. What is this? Matt, the true and detailed racist history of the Democratic Party, 1830 to 2020. Interesting. That is very interesting. Tom, what about the government giving Harris donations? Yeah, they don't want to talk about that. They don't want to talk about that stuff. Or even Harris's administration or whatever it is, her campaign, right? The Harris campaign taking all the money from the upcoming Biden campaign. When Biden was running, all the donors donated to his campaign for his second run. Then he dropped out. Harris got the top of the ticket. They started spending all of that Biden-Harris money that isn't for her campaign. And they said that what they're doing is illegal, and it's been done in the past. And the last time it was done, somebody had to file a suit against them. Otherwise, they're not going to do anything. And so after the suit was filed, it took 6 years to complete. And they were proven guilty, and their repercussions or whatever was to pay fines. So 6 years from now, Harris may get in trouble for stealing the money from the Biden-Harris campaign if somebody files a suit, which I believe the Trump campaign did file a suit. So potentially in 6 years from now, Harris might have to pay a fee from stealing donation money from the the Biden-Harris campaign that was going to be happening for 2024, but fell apart. They don't want to talk about all that stuff because they're a bunch of bastards, and there's no accountability. It don't even come back to visit or anything. It sucks. Matt, I've only seen 2 Harris signs. Oregon is not blue. Yep. It's the damn electorate votes. I don't even know why we have that stuff. Matt, that's the book that the Common Sense Conservative wrote. Oh, that's badass, Matt. I didn't know that he wrote a book. I haven't seen him in a long time. What's up, Breeze by you? Happy freedom. Let me write it, Josh. I put it in that post. But this way you can just copy and paste it. Boom. There you go. You only got the only Hooligans info? Yeah, don't be sharing that, Josh. You know, they got to pay extra for that. Mm-hmm. Pumpkin, shh. Klaus is sleeping. I know, he always thinks it's nap time. Hey, you. You all right? Yeah, I'm being a good boy. Scared him. Scared him. I didn't mean to scare him. You want me to tell Pumpkin she needs to keep it down? Yeah. He said, shh, Pumpkin, you're being too loud. Being too loud over here. Elisa just signed the petition, dropped your email. What a badass. Thank you, Elisa. Plastic Quack, you see the Feminem stumping for Scamilla? Yeah, Plastic Quack. We were talking about that yesterday. Oh, them and them. Yeah, that's a they, them, and them. He's soft. Did you see the ICP endorsed Hyena Harris? I can't even believe that. It's an article or whatever that's going around. I want to see Shaggy 2 Dope and Violent J verbally say that they support Harris. I don't know why they're getting involved in politics at all. Like, I understand they need publicity and stuff or whatever, but that ain't the move. They should be backing Trump. How do you make a movie like Big Money Hustlers and then turn around and back Harris? What the fuck? Violent J's character in Big Money Hustlers is basically President Trump. Why the fuck? I don't understand that at all. And I know, like, not everybody likes ICP, but what I always thought was cool about ICP is that they did everything on their own. They got no help from the industry. Most people just don't like them at all. And somehow they still ended up becoming millionaires just out of raw willpower. And I think that's awesome, because that's how I am. I was actually just told today that I'm a very unlikable person. I'm just not good at what I do. But here I am, because raw willpower runs the ship around here, and I'm not worried about that dumb shit. And so they've built quite the empire for themselves, considering that they seem very unlikable, and everybody acts like they don't like them, and they treat them like they smell like piss. With that being said, I don't understand how they got behind Harris, and now if you look up anything related to ICP on the internet, it is a comment section full of hate. They are getting flame broiled by their own fan base for backing Hyena Harris. Now again, all I've seen is an article saying that the Insane Clown Posse is backing Harris. I want to see them say it, because I just don't believe the article, but it's circulating like wildfire. I am like 80% in belief that it might be true, but I'd like to see them say it. Otherwise, it could just be a stunt. It could just be people talking shit. Jay Tyler, that's cool and all, but do you all think that Elon Musk is scared because he's been to Epstein Island? No, because he just said on an interview that we played yesterday that the documents need to be released. Elon Musk was like, we need to release the Epstein documents, and then J.D. Vance said the same exact thing. President Trump's the only one that was kind of, when it came to the Epstein stuff, he was like, yeah, well, maybe, sort of, we might do that, but let's worry about J6ers and not worry about this other stuff, because there's a lot of reputations on the line. But J.D. Vance was like, release the list. Elon was like, release the list. Elon said that Bill Gates donated 50 million or 50 billion or how much ever, 50 something dollars to Hyena Harris because he's scared, because he was on the island, or at least Elon alluded to that. He's like, Gates is scared. We need to release the Epstein list. That's why he's sending the money out. I don't think Elon's scared about it. And J.D. Vance obviously isn't scared about it. And I don't think President Trump is scared about it, because I don't think there's anything incriminating with President Trump. But he was wishy-washy on that, and I hope he's not the next time that he gets asked about that. Now, a lot of people were like, well, maybe he was wishy-washy because he's worried about getting into office. And when he gets into office, he'll start speaking with his chest about it. But we'll see. I don't like seeing this like reclusiveness when we talk about outing criminals. That there's no reason to protect monsters like that. Human traffickers, child molesters, any of that kind of stuff. There's no excuse to protect those people. And I don't think President Trump was trying to protect them, but there must be something to the situation that makes him feel uneasy, because he wasn't gung-ho about it like I expected him to be. What's up, Paul? Happy freedom. Jay Tyler, imagine if we all just glued ourselves to the ground. Life would be so easy. I don't think so. I don't like being sticky. I was so pissed off I dumped my damn cup of pop yesterday. I don't like being sticky. Maybe another way. Not glue. I'm not gluing myself anywhere. What's up, Elder Zoomer? Happy freedom. Jay Tyler, vote today. Earlier the better. No, I don't believe that at all. It's fine if you vote. I don't care if you guys vote early. It's better than not voting at all. But like I said yesterday, I don't care what they say on election day. I don't care if the building's on fucking fire. I don't care if I got to stand there for 10 fucking hours to go vote. I am going to vote on election day. I'm going to cast my vote in person. I'm going to make sure it's 100% filled out and correct. I'm going to document it after it's been completely filled out, and I'm going to turn it in. And then I'm going to check on its status when it comes down to counting the votes to make sure my vote is there. And if there's problems, I'll have evidence that I filled it out, and I'll go work on that. But I'm not voting early, because I really think that everybody that votes early, the Democrats are going to try and match those numbers. What they're not going to be able to match is the swamping that's going to happen on November 5th. Now, I'm not sure why Dan Bongino and everybody's telling everyone to go vote early and all this shit. Because the thing about voting early, and where this originated, was Charlie Kirk and Trump saying it's better to have you vote early than to not have you vote at all. So when he talks to Christians and he talks to gun owners and people like that who do not normally vote, he's like, I need you to go vote. You vote for me, you won't have to worry about voting again, because I'm going to get stuff straightened out for you, and you can go back to being a non-voter. If you are a non-voter, it's better to have you vote early than to have you not vote at all. So if you can't make it on November 5th, go vote when you can. But me, I will make it. I am determined. I'm going to make it happen. Like I said, if I got to stand there all day, I will. I'm going to vote November 5th, And there isn't anything that anybody can do about it. They're going to have to lock me up to not go fucking vote. Like I said, I stand there all damn day. We'll make videos. I'll sing and dance. I'm going to wear all my Jeff Mac shit. And everybody else go fuck themselves. Because I'm going to vote November 5th. And that's all there is to it. Paul, needs to be a tidal wave. Vote on election day. Yeah, we got to swamp them. We got to. And like I said, you know, anybody you want to go vote today, great. I'm not hating on you at all. Go vote. Just make sure you vote. And when you vote, vote for President Trump. But me, I'm going to vote November 5th. And that's just the way I'm getting down. Go, so you're going the day of? Yep. Plastic Quack, Dems got dirt on ICP. See, I don't remember ICP wearing dresses and stuff, but maybe I'm wrong. A lot of people are like, yo, Eminem and ICP are on the same page? I'm like, maybe everyone's memory doesn't suck. Josh, it's Gmail. Did I spell it wrong? Oh, I did spell it wrong. Yep, I fucked that up. Free the text on ICP is trash. Yeah. They used to be alright until after the Calm or whatever it was, the Wraith of Shangri-La. There's like two of them. There's like the first one, and then the second one is like Hell's Pit. After that, they went off the rails. Kevin, it's just because they're kid diddlers. I know that people with hatchet men tattoos in prison usually are there for sex offense crimes. I've never really heard of ICP committing crimes like that. I've never actually heard of them committing any crimes. Done. I'm looking for a video, but ICP had a rally where they trashed President Trump. They were near an overpass. It was 2019-ish. Interesting, Dutton. Craig, he's uncomfortable like JFK was uncomfortable. I haven't seen JFK talk about Epstein Island or any of that stuff. That's interesting. If you guys have videos related to... Are you talking about JFK or RFK? Like RFK Jr.? Because I think I'm getting confused on this. I haven't seen anything, but if you guys got videos with RFK Jr., Bobby Jr. being weird about Epstein Island stuff, send me the link. Don't do it in the chat. Send it to me in an email or Discord or join the website or something like that. Don't drop it in the chat, though. Yeah, Tyler. I know you're just joking around. Jay Tyler, bring your gun. I can't. I don't know if anyone can. Can you conceal carry inside of a election center? I can't, because I'm pretty sure the election center where I have to go vote is also a federal building. So I can't, it would be illegal to conceal carry in that building. Mad Marv, use trackmyvote.com. Thank you for letting me know, Mad Marv. Or securemyvote.com. We will definitely check that out. Ghostly, ICP, the fat one, has a super woke daughter who is trans furry. Ugh. I didn't know that. Holy. What's up, Disco? Happy freedom. Zupia, I have no restrictions on carrying a gun into a polling center. I wouldn't word it like that, but yeah, Zupia. Yep. Guess I'm not in Texas unless you have a CWP. Is that a concealed carry license? Here they're called a CPL, a concealed... Oh, so that's a concealed weapons permit. Here it's a concealed pistol permit. Guess I'm damn. How do you spell Gmail wrong? I see the drug test in your future. Yeah, I guess I don't know how I did that. Tom, yep, you're absolutely right. I just didn't want to say that out loud, but you are absolutely right. Jay Tyler, are you reading my mind, buddy? What's up, Mary Todd? Happy freedom. Mary Todd, the 200 people I knew some were carrying. Yeah. Well, we were talking about the legality of stuff. You know, what people don't know, don't hurt them. Extra Bill, you're stubborn like me. I dig it, man. Vote. Yeah, I am stubborn. My dad's like that. I get it from him. It's his fault. It's my dad's fault. I'm 35. I'm still blaming my dad for shit. You know, that's how it goes. What's up, travel crew? Happy freedom to you. Yep, voting in person. Oh, thank you for raiding the chat. You're awesome, travel crew. Garlic Press, I refuse to listen to any musician or artist from now on who back Camilla. Yeah, I'm that way too. I'm not watching any more actors' movies and stuff. I was going to watch Forrest Gump the other day. I was like, nope, not doing that. I did watch Casino the other day, though. I shouldn't did that because, what is his name? Robert De Niro. He's all gay for Harris right now, and that's just a sad story. Bloopy, can't legally carry a weapon at any place designated as a polling station. Interesting. Thank you for letting me know, Bloopy. What's up, Shanti? Happy freedom. William, Jeff's got tracks with Busy Bone, though. No, I got a track with Lazy Bone. I don't have a song with Busy Bone. But I've talked to all Bone Thugs, and I haven't talked to him in a while, but I did most of my work with Lazy Bone, which I met him at a Snoop Dogg concert in Grand Rapids. Mushroom ICP does have a lot of garbage, but they have a lot of good shit. They had something really going back in the day. Now it's kind of lost, but back in the day it was like they were creating like an environment for people and making people feel like family and stuff. It was like, I don't want to say inclusion, I hate that word, but it was making room for everyone, like for the misfits. Like you could be here and be one of us and stuff like that. But like, I feel like they kind of lost their way, but it's hard to say. I haven't been paying too much attention to them since I've been out of junior high. Mushroom. Bone Thugs are dope. One of my favorites. They are very talented artists. I will say that. I was surprised at some of the business practices because you would just, from Grammy Award winning artists that have been around for 30 years, you would assume like professionalism and a lot of stuff that wasn't there. I'm not saying anything bad about them, but I was just shocked at how things were handled behind the scenes. Even the recordings I received, I was like, because I got a degree in music production and audio engineering, and so when I received these recordings, I assumed everything was going to be tip top, and the file name the way it's supposed to, and the signal wasn't going to be mashed or cut off or anything. And there was a lot of things that weren't done the way that professionals do it, and so I was like kind of taken back by that. But either way, not saying anything bad about those guys. They're all awesome. And the rally was in 2017. Jay Tyler, I walked in with a buck knife and they never knew it. Well, it depends what state you're in, but if you have a hunting knife, there's not a lot of regulation on that, including concealing it, and there's no definition of a hunting knife. So if you have a knife, you're like, this is my hunting knife. If you conceal it, depending on your state, look up your state laws, but at least here, there's no regulation on it. You can have a hunting knife, and a hunting knife could look like this, if you say so. Now, I can't give legal advice or financial advice. I just tell you what I do and what I think and what I'm saying. That's that. What you guys do, that's your choice. Next up, where are we at? Alleged insurance scam caught on camera. It's titled Swoop and Squat Scheme. Like I said, I don't hear about this a lot. I don't know if that's because it doesn't happen here or because I'm antisocial. Maybe you guys have experienced this. I hope not, because these people look like straight shitheads. You may have seen this video already. It's not the video by itself. They're going to talk about it a little bit, as well as some other schemes going on. But let's go ahead and get into this. And don't forget, hit that like button over on Rumble.
Oh my God!
What happened, babe?
Oh my God, what did she do? Babe!
Babe, what happened?
You might have seen this playing out all over your social media right now. A really shocking scene. This allegedly staged crash caught on dash cam, now going viral. Now police are investigating, saying this is insurance fraud, and it's happening more and more across the country. I mean, come on, this was on purpose. News Nation's Ryan Bass joining us live with more. Ryan, my first thought after watching this, besides it being on purpose, is thank goodness this woman had dash cam video even rolling in the first place.
I mean, that's really what's protecting her here and what's, causing so many people to take notice of this now. And the video just tells all, Marky. It's just absolutely crazy. And there's even specific names for this scheme that's unfolding here. Go and stop, swoop and squat are two of the terms that are used. And that's exactly what happened to this woman in Queens, New York. When she was driving, she caught the entire thing on her dash cam video. You saw it. Take another look at this thing again. It's crazy.
Oh my God, what did she do? Babe!
Babe, what happened?
I don't know. Babe. I got into an accident. He had one hand on the... What the...
As Pia Natasha was driving on a 3-lane parkway when she had to slam on her brakes to avoid a crash in a shoulderless lane, the car swerved into her lane, cut her off, stopped, hit the hazards, and you saw there, reversed into her Honda Accord. Soon after in the video, you can see kind of a little tarp get put up to cover up the back window of the other car. Lots of movement in there before several people spill out of that car, and then they tried to kind of claim and show that they were hurt in this video. Now, the National Insurance Crime Bureau, a group that tracks insurance claims, called this an attempted insurance fraud scheme playing out in real time. Asfia, by the way, she posted the dash cam video on TikTok. It racked up over 68 million views. Now, what these crooks try to do here, just so you know, Marky, is they get in this crash and then they take pictures. They try to file an insurance claim and try to get money from medical claims as well, claiming that they have been hurt. In terms of, Miss Natasha here, she was not hurt in the crash. She suffered about $8,000 in damage to her car. She said they picked the wrong people to mess with here in terms of her, especially with that dash cam video. And officials say that's the best way to protect yourself here, if you can install one of those things just in case this happens to you.
Well, I've made a mental note this morning to get one for my own car, but you see them get out of the vehicle, start to, shake their head, touch it like they've been hurt. No, come on, give me a break. Ryan Bass, thank you so much. Thanks for watching.
Yeah, they said the best way to protect yourself is to have a dash cam. Yeah, and a pistol. And a pistol, you shouldn't be walking out the house with the keys or without the pistol on you. Of course, carry legally and all of that stuff. I actually need to renew mine. I didn't know the courthouse was going to send me a paper to go fill out. I thought I had just walk up in there. But yeah, 5 years. Getting on 5 years. Time to renew the CPL. Looking forward to it. Anyways, what a bunch of bullshit. I get upset driving at how stupid people are. I do the speed limit. I drive the way I'm supposed to. I come to a complete stop. I use my turn signals. And boy, does that piss everyone off. And I don't understand that. I feel like I'm the only person out here doing what I'm supposed to be doing. And then people get mad at me. They're like, oh no, you're not breaking the speed limit. I got to ride your ass. Or I got to pass you on the shoulder of the road. Or I'm going to pass you in the double yellow lines. And it's every time I'm on the road. Every single time. I'm like, at what point can you consider this person using a vehicle as a weapon? Because I want to know when it's okay to retaliate at these shitty ass people. I'm so tired of people behaving this way. There was a terrible accident that happened not too far from where I live. This individual smoked a tree going more than 100 miles an hour. They showed the tree and I couldn't even believe they went through it. It looked like lightning hit the tree. The dude was ejected from the vehicle. But that's all they said. The whole rest of the news article was how the police were complaining that everyone was driving too fast and not moving over to the outside lane. How about you fucking do something about it? We got the police complaining in the paper that people drive too fast. Do something about it. I don't understand. I'm like so willing to correct people. That's why I gotta stay in the house. Because people aren't used to this kind of accountability I'm willing to lay down. Like I'm just saying, like every day I'm like, I should be a cop. I should be a cop. But I'd be holding everybody accountable. The damn police department would probably do something bad to me in the middle of the night. They'd be like, nah, he's gonna narc on us because everybody's so fucking corrupt. Like, I don't know how people sleep at night being so corrupt. It doesn't make any sense to me. People drive like shit. If I saw somebody doing that, swoop in front of me, and I happen to not hit them after they do that, and then they back up and slam into my car, it's gonna take every bit of self-control I have not to get out of that vehicle and be mean. Be a meanie. The meanest meanie out there. I swear I can be an asshole. I don't know if you know that or not. I don't want to be, but I will be if I have to. I can't stand soft and stupid people out there. Just can't stand it. Anyways, next up we got man arrested after attack on Arizona Democratic Party campaign office. This is a follow-up story about how this individual had shot bullet holes through the glass of this Democratic building. We covered it when it first happened. It was a very confusing story because every time you looked up a new article or a new video, the facts were a little different depending on which one you watched. Now they supposedly caught this guy. They talk about him like he's a humongous white supreme pizza. They say they're more than 100 guns they pulled out of his house, including a grenade launcher. And they're like, yeah, he's a real piece of shit. And then at the very end, they're like, by the way, he legally owned all those weapons, but fuck him anyways. Like, it's so stupid. They are trying him for domestic terrorism or something like that, but they still gave him bond. I don't understand that at all. Anyways, that's what's coming up next. But first, we're going to read through the chat, see what your hooligans think about these assholes out here committing insurance fraud. Man, they target certain people also. Yeah, it's probably by vehicle. If you got a really nice car and you live in a state where other people's insurance affect you, unlike Michigan, then I could see that. I could see people targeting individuals trying to get the most money, who's probably got full coverage and stuff like that. Breeze by, I was being an asshole today to the idiots. Yeah, it's a tough one. It's a tough one, especially since that guy who was saying he was going to kill me, he was following me around and stuff, followed me across 2 different zip codes. I ain't got a whole lot of patience left. He burned I had a stockpile of patience and grace, and he burned through a big portion of it like old man Walter did with our fuel reserves. Just burnt through it, and so now I feel bad for the next piece of shit that wants to try me, because, man, it's going to take everything I got not to stand my ground. Matt, it's the speed limit, not the speed that you have to drive. Not in Michigan. If you are more than 1 mile an hour over or under the speed limit, you are impeding traffic. So if you're in a 55, you can go 54, you can go 56. You do anything more, you're going to jail. Well, if you're me. Everybody else apparently can just drive however fast they fucking want to. But me, as soon as I'm doing 56 and a half, whoop whoop, lights on, 2 officers pull up, they put their bulletproof vests on, they come up to me stacked. And it's because I'm a violent offender. And so the first one comes up, he's holding on to his vest. He's like, I need your ID, blah, blah. And the buddy behind him, he's got his hand on his shoulder. He's got his vest on, and he's got his hand on his pistol, just in case I try to get out of the car or something. That second one come by, shoot me right in the head. Probably do a mag dump on me. But that's what happens when you start a lot of trouble when you're 17. I don't know why the date doesn't come up. They're like, well, you've been charged with multiple counts of assault and battery. I'm like, yeah, 20 years ago. They're like, oh, what? And they go check the computer. They're like, yeah, it was 20 years ago. Meanwhile, I'm on my knees outside the car like this with handcuffs on and shit. I'm like, yeah, I know. It was 20 years ago. I know. Yeah, good old interactions with the state boys. Guess, ride my ass. Come on, Jeff. Phrasing. I mean, that's what they want to do. That's what they want to do. They see me in that Subaru, and they're like, look at this tree-hugging liberal. And then they get up next to me, and I'm all blacked out with hoodie, Jeff Mac logos, and a pistol sitting in the seat, and they're like, oh, shit, and pull past me. What I love is when they go to pass me and the double yellow lines, and then I just gas it, and now we're just side by side. But they're going to oncoming traffic. That's my favorite. I'm yet to win that race, but one of these days I will. Or people will smarten up and stop treating me like they're, like they're going to do something to me. Matt, never tell them you have a camera. Yeah, just give them all the rope they need. Man, it happened to me twice here. Once you mentioned getting the cop there for the report, their attitude changes. That's how people are when you talk about calling the cops. Guess you ever notice the cops touch the rear of the car? It's supposed to signal that they were a part of a traffic stop or something, or they just like to finger your vehicle. It's it's got to be one or the other. Snooks, I was fixing to pull out in traffic yesterday. Didn't go fast enough. Piece of shit behind me beeped, opened the sunroof, and shot the bird. You did or they did? They better not be flipping you off, Snooks. Got to pull out the AR out of the driver's seat, hang it out the window. They're lucky we're not allowed to just do whatever the hell we want around here. I'd be driving down the street with an AR in my hand just tapping the side of the Subaru. Like, fuck you guys. I would. Oh, my God. In a heartbeat. Like, hold on. Let me get the rifle. Put the rifle in the Subaru. I would. I'd just drive down the street with that fucker hanging out. Fuck them. I'm so tired of stupid people. I don't want to do anything to anybody. Just want them to know that I can if I have to. Breezeway, you have no patience for idiot drivers? I did, but that fucker told me he was going to kill me. It took all the patience I had. And we probably would have been mean too. Yeah, I don't think anybody likes to be, ran up on, people saying they're going to kill you and act like, you're like, I'm trying to get some McDonald's, buddy. Trying to get some of them freedom fries from Trump. Ain't nobody in that damn hurry. I don't know. Everybody wants to act like an asshole until it's time to do asshole stuff. I'm just saying. Snooks, you were the one throwing the bird. Look at you, Snooks. You might not say the F word, but you know the sign language. Jay Tyler, I know the feeling. Been there many times. Yeah, it's not fun. Pumpkin, gosh, they must think you're dangerous. I don't know if they got a note on my record, but they refer to me as the aggressive one. And I don't know why. I'm not aggressive. I'm not. Despite what, you may think, I'm not aggressive. I'm very polite when I'm out in public. But they're always like, is that the aggressive one you were talking about? Yeah, that's him. And I'm like, hi, guys. And they're like, you? I'm like, me. And they're like, I don't know. Are you the guy we're looking for? I'm like, I don't know. And then they check all my tattoos, and they're like, oh, yeah, you're the guy. I'm like, damn it. Pumpkin, just let the crazy people go around, and they will anyways. Yeah, but they get in front of you, and then they slam on their brakes, and then they throw a pistol outside the window and stuff, and they're pointing it at you and shit, and it's... I don't know. I don't like eating shit. What's up, Fresca Bean? Happy Freedom. Fresca Bean, I watched something with cops that said they do that to have their fingerprints on the car. Yeah, I've seen that too, but I've seen cops do it with gloves on. I've seen them go up there and stick their thumb on the back of the car wearing gloves. And so for a while, I thought it was a fingerprint thing. That way, if something bad happened to the cop during the traffic stop, they'd be able to tie the cop to you. If they catch you and you're like, no, that wasn't me. And they're like, well, his fingerprints are on your car. What do you mean it ain't you? But when I started seeing cops do it with gloves on, I was like, I don't know what the hell they're doing. Russell, I want the M203 grenade launcher. See, my buddy used to own a gun store. He had the license and all that stuff. And for the longest time, he had a grenade launcher up on the wall. And I was like, I want that so bad. He's like, you can't even buy grenades for it. You can get funny, sissy stuff, but you can't throw grenades out the damn thing. Not unless you got, all these licenses and stuff. And I was like, well, I don't need a gun that don't do anything. He's like, that's why I don't buy it. He's like, the store owns it, but I don't own it. And I was like, yeah, I don't want it then. What's up, AR-16? Happy Freedom. I don't know what you're referencing, Extra Bill. Well, I understand brick walling, but I don't know why you're saying that. Like limiter stuff. Travel Crew. I like their 4 albums for ICP. I have the 4 tattooed. Damn, I can't even think what they're called now. They're not the Lotus cards. Is it the Joker cards? You're talking about like Riddlebox, The Great Malenko. What else is there? I can't even remember. There's a few of them. Is that what you're talking about? Those albums were good. Especially the older one. I can't think what it's called. The Something Brothers or whatever. It's got the 2 fireheads. One's red and yellow and the other one's yellow and red. That one's really good too. Yeah, Travel Crew. Yeah, those are the good albums. I feel like even the last 2, The Wraith of Shangri-La, I didn't even really like those albums. And I haven't heard anything after that. I know they've released like another 4 or 5 albums after that, but I haven't really listened to that stuff. They became dark pop. And I think they released an album called Dark Pop, but it created a genre where they're dark pop music. And originally they were trying to separate themselves from the music industry. They were trying to walk their own path. And somehow they ended up right back, in the middle there. It's like Tech 9. What happened to Tech 9? He used to be the same way. He was underground. And then out of nowhere, he became mainstream and started representing Blood Gang and all this stuff. And now where is he? I don't hear anything out of Tech 9 now. Now, he might be making music, but he's not loud like he was a couple of years ago. His music was on the radio for a little bit. And now he's gone. And I'm wondering, is he going to show up and start supporting Harris? Like, I hope not, but look how things are going. Travel Crew saying you don't really like The Wraith. Yeah, I dig those older albums. Plukester, I want my cherry pie. I mean, I like cherry pie. I like pumpkin pie too. With the Cool Whip. You guys like Cool Whip? There's people out there that don't like Cool Whip, and I'll never understand that. I bet you got some hooligans that don't like Cool Whip. Jennifer, there's my pet troll. We got another one, too. I got a new pet troll. I can't think what his name is. It's like Mike or Mitt or something. Let me see if I can find it on here really quick. Jennifer's been coming around for a while. She used to be Ashley. It's probably a dude, a big, fat, sweaty dude with some fetish for me. But Ashley, now Jennifer, comes to inform us about how they're anti-Trump and this, that, and the other. I keep them around just for Inauguration Day. We're gonna take turns gangbanging Jennifer there on Inauguration Day. It's gonna be a good time. So don't let my pet troll affect you in any kind of way. If you need to, block them. But that's what they're here for. The new one is Red Ticket or something like that. I'm waiting for that beauty to show up. That's my other pet troll. I'm collecting them like Pokemon cards. You guys know I like Pokemon cards, so I'm collecting the trolls. Fuck them. South Central Tech 9 is with Gone. This is War. I don't know who Gone is. Hold on. I will check that out. Once Tech 9 started saying he was Blood Gang and stuff, that was kind of a turnoff for me. I'm like, gang affiliation, I don't really like that. It's the same thing with party affiliation. I'm not a Republican, not a Democrat, just a hooligan. I'm on America's side. I'm happy to vote for President Trump this time because he's the man with the plan. I'm not affiliated with any parties. Just like gangs, not gang affiliated. Berg, kick those scammers out of the country? Yes. Amazing Disgrace, you want idiots in front of you rather than behind you. That's true. That is true. What's up, Donna Tracy? Happy freedom. Donna Tracy, if Trump says vote early, it's for a reason. Well, I agree. He also said to go out there and drink Bud Light. I'm not drinking Bud Light. Like I said, I'm voting for Trump because I like his plan. Not because I worship him. Not because I'm going to let him tell me what to do. I like Trump. He's not my boss, though. I'm not drinking Bud Light because he has stock in Anheuser-Busch. Right? Kid Rock started drinking Bud Light again. What's his name? Dana White from the UFC. Go buy 2 cases of Bud Light. Trump says so. No, not me. That's not how I get down. That's just not how I get down. Like I said, if you guys want to vote early because Trump told you to, that's great. I'm going on election day. And I'll stand there all day if I got to. I have the willpower. I won't run out of determination. It's been 35 years and I'm still waiting for it to happen. Why do you think they hated me at school? Because I walk my own path, whether people like it or not. And that's just the way it is. It's just the way it is. South Central, big no to Bud Light. Yeah, and that's just my personal opinion. You guys want to drink Bud Light, I'm not going to call you French cigarettes or anything like that. I might think it. I might tell my buddies about it. But I'm not going to make you feel bad because you drink Bud Light. I don't care. It's my own decision, you know? Just saying, I like Twisted Teas. And I'm going to keep promoting them until I get a Twisted Tea sponsorship. We're working on it. Elisa, never touching Bud Light again. Yeah, nah, they had shapeshifters on their beer, and that's a no for me. What's up, Green Falcon? Happy freedom. What's up, Giggling Spy? Appreciate you being here. Ghostly. Jeff's got a Diddy basement full of trolls. Don't you worry about that baby oil. Don't you worry about that. It keeps them trolls docile. They can't run away. It's slippery down there. Anyways, I never kill nobody again. Next up, man arrested after attack on Arizona Democratic Party campaign office. This is a follow-up story. Like I've said a couple times now, we covered this when it originally came out. It was very hard to get a firm grasp. You like that? Guess loves this wording around here. On what exactly happened. Because when we originally covered it, there was a video saying, oh, somebody took shots with a BB gun at this Democrat building, and then a week later came back and shot it with a 9mm. But then the next news video said, no, they originally showed up and shot it up with a 9mm, and then a week later came back with a BB gun. So we don't really know, and it seems staged because President Trump had just been shot at from the golf course situation, the second assassination attempt on President Trump's life. I believe that had just happened like within the week. And then all of a sudden this Democrat building had bullet holes in it, and we were like, they were probably doing it to themselves. Well, supposedly they caught the guy, and they're saying he's a white supreme pizza and all this other stuff, but you'll see. At least they didn't say he was a Trump supporter, or at least I didn't catch that while I screened the video. But let's get into this, and don't forget, hit that like button over on Rumble.
A man is under arrest this morning accused of shooting at a Democratic Party campaign office in Tempe, Arizona. That's just outside of Phoenix. According to police, it's a 60-year-old Jeffrey Michael Kelly who had a huge arsenal of guns. I mean, really big stockpile, ammunition too, inside of his home. They say he may have been planning what the authorities call a mass casualty event. Jared Hill reports now the suspect is accused of targeting that campaign office more than once.
Justice does not have a political party. There is no place in the city of Tempe for political threats or intimidation.
On Tuesday afternoon, police surrounded Jeffrey Michael Kelly's car during a traffic stop before hauling him away in handcuffs. He was arrested on terrorism charges in connection with a string of shootings at a Democratic Party campaign office. Officials say the 3 shootings started back in September and all happened around midnight. During one incident, Kelly allegedly fired BB pellets and then gunshots at the glass front door and a window. At a news conference, police said that after 5 weeks of investigation, it was tips by people in Kelly's neighborhood that led police to him. During his first court appearance Wednesday morning, prosecutors told the court that back in July, Kelly did a Google search for the DNC office's address, and officials said that during a search at his home, they found more than 120 guns, over 250,000 rounds of ammunition, and 22 caliber casings in his trash can, along with scopes, silencers, a grenade launcher, and body armor. Officials say Kelly was seen hanging suspicious bags containing a white powdery substance from several political signs, lined with razor blades just a day before his arrest. They say at least one of those bags was found to just contain baking powder. Kelly was released on bail and ordered under house arrest. His attorney says Kelly is a retired aerospace engineer with no prior record and legally owned his firearms. Following their discovery, officials say they believe Kelly was planning a much bigger mass casualty. For CBS Mornings, I'm Jared Hill.
All right, CBS delivering that really sad, scary story. Found more than 120 guns that he legally owned, including silencers and high-capacity magazines and even a grenade launcher. But, you know, he actually owned that stuff. Then they say, well, they have reason to believe that he was going to cause a mass casualty event. What's the reason? What is the reason? He didn't even attack a person. So what's the reason? Because he owned guns? Shit, do they know where they are? Everybody here owns guns. It's part of being an American. So I don't get that at all. Now, he did look squirrely. I don't know why they put that picture up there. That wasn't a mugshot. That's not how mugshots are taken. That guy was like, he was in the middle of wiping his ass, and they were like, say cheese. He was like, what? Damn. Caught him in the bathroom wiping his ass, you know, shit. I don't know what that was about. Now, he does kind of look like a lunatic a little bit, but he's an ex-aerospace something, or he's an ex-government worker is what it sounds like, and he legally owned those guns. And he legally owned the ammunition, and he did shoot at buildings, which is wrong. And I don't know what the hell they were talking about with pouches and white powder. They didn't show any pictures. There's no news evidence of that. They just said it. They were just like, yeah, this guy, he's just slinging some white powder around here. We found out it was baking soda, but fuck him. Like, what? What? I don't know. It sounds like they don't have anything. How are they even going to tie him to the bullet holes in the windows? I don't even understand how they're going to do that. His neighbors pointed fingers and said it might have maybe been him. That's not going to work. If they don't have evidence of him being there doing the crime, that's not going to work. And so none of that matters to the news, apparently, because they've already sold you the lies. He's a big, scary white Supreme Pizza. He's got more than 100 guns, tons of ammo, even a rocket or a grenade launcher, I mean. He's a big, scary guy. Look at his big, scary picture. He was going to create a mass casualty event. And then what? They're going to let him go. He's going to go back home, and everyone's going to be talking about, oh, remember that white Supreme Pizza was shooting at the Democrat building? I think he's getting off the hook. Unless they got him on camera committing the crime, he said, she said on the block isn't going to work. That's not going to work. And I don't know if they got red flag laws there or not, but it doesn't sound like they're going after his guns. They're charging him with terrorism. And I don't even know what level or anything. Normally they'll say like domestic terrorism or something, but they're just like, yeah, he's getting terrorism charges. What does that mean? Conspiracy charges or like real terrorism charges? Because real terrorism charges aren't just called terrorism charges. They have actual labels, which they didn't give us. And he's on bond. How do you get bond on terrorism charges? Like, what? That doesn't make any sense. Now, I believe, he might have did the crime. I don't know. But is he a white supreme pizza because he owns a bunch of guns legally? No, I don't think so. And I don't think he said, she said is going to win in court. They have to have actual evidence of him doing something wrong to that building. Otherwise, everything else they talked about in that article doesn't mean shit. Doesn't mean anything. They're just lying to everyone. They're shaping the story how they want it to be perceived by weak-minded individuals. Next up, we got the last little bit of our news. We got 2 funny videos coming up afterwards. And this is a pretty funny one. I like Senator Kennedy. I like him a lot. I wish I knew him in person so I could go drink coffee with him in the mornings because he's just a funny guy. It's titled, Harris Campaign Strategy is Star-Spangled Stupid. Senator Kennedy, he's just hilarious. Plus, it's Newsmax, and I think it's Rob Schmidt doing it, and I think he's a pretty good reporter, too. So, I want to save this for last because I think it's a pretty good video. And like I said, we got 2 funny videos coming up next. Now, before we get into that, we're going to read through the chat. But before we do that, I want to remind you guys really quick, if you would like to join the membership program over on Rumble, all you have to do is click that big red subscribe button right below where you type in the chat. Now, if you're on Android and you're using the Rumble app, you're unable to see that big red subscribe button. So go to rumble.com, come to the live, hop in the chat, and like I said, right below where you type in the chat, you will see that big red subscribe button. Click that button and jump through the hoops, and your name will be highlighted as an official Rumble hooligan. You'll have access to our custom emojis. We have chapstick emojis, screaming goat emojis, Klaus Daniels emojis, President Trump emojis, and more. It's a lot of fun during the live. Like we have President Trump coming up in a half hour, and then again tonight at 10 p.m. Eastern time. So definitely go join the membership program over on Rumble. We're going to read through the chat really quick, and we got Senator Kennedy coming up next, and he's hilarious. Breeze by you. Let's see. It's like my mom's sister's friend's goldfish told us he did it. Yeah, and that's basically what they said in that news article. They're like, well, yeah, people on his street said it was probably him. Like, that's not evidence. That is nothing. That is hearsay. Senator Kennedy is a crack up. I agree, Breeze by you. Guess you have a rocket launcher. You're getting bond or else. Yeah, no, I don't think so. I think if you get caught with a rocket launcher, they'll say you joined ISIS, I guess. They'll probably let you go hang out with the protesters. Breeze by you, this story has many holes in it, of course. That is par for the course with the news these days. Yep. Just telling stories. And damn, no cocaine. Hunter would have liked that. Yeah. I don't know if they checked the holster for cocaine or not. They're like, we think Hunter's been here. Better sweep the story under the rug. Guess he didn't legally own a silencer unless he had a class 3. Yeah, and that's what I was thinking too, guess and for them to say that he legally owned all that stuff and he was a aerotech something or other, some title that I don't even know what it means. It sounds like a bunch of bullshit. That's what it sounds like. It sounds like they caught somebody that was convenient. That's what it sounded like to me. This guy just conveniently fit the bill. Yeah, Jay Spray. That's the other thing that makes the story all weird. Why would he shoot the building with a BB gun and then turn around and hit it with a real firearm? I don't understand that. Snooks, I like Twisted Teas. Is that bad? No, I love Twisted Teas. We're going to see about this pineapple one. I haven't had pineapple yet. That black cherry one I had a couple days ago, that was pretty good too. I still think peach is my favorite and raspberry is my second favorite, and the original blue is pretty good. I'm trying to think what else is out there. I think they got a watermelon one. They got what's the red, white, and blue popsicle? I can't remember what those are called, but they got those if you get the 20 packs or whatever, and those are pretty good too. Ghostly, an aerospace engineer. He designed aircrafts and rockets. Yep, and he had more than 120 guns. I don't know. He seems like a convenient target. And maybe he was. Maybe he was, actually doing bad stuff, but just seems a little convenient. Bobby, there's not any money for FEMA camps, so this is good, I guess. Yeah, that's basically how it's going. Jay Tyler, Kennedy's analogies are so spot on. Fucking funny. Yeah. He's so funny. I don't even think he can help it. He just says the funniest things. Sophia, if they found the bullet from the building, theoretically, they could test fire all of his guns with the caliber and see if it matches. But that's quite a fucking stretch. Yeah, Zupia, as somebody that has been involved with gun-related charges and investigations, most places don't do that. Most places don't even try. It is not like CSI. It's not like any of that. At least around here, they don't do a whole lot of anything. They do a lot of guessing. They don't do any forensics. They don't even fingerprint the casings or anything. Because who's going to pay for that? Like, someone has to pay for that. If nobody's pressing charges against you, then the state has to press charges against you. If the state presses charges against you, well, they're going to put as little effort forth as possible because tax money's funding the bill. So I doubt they're going to do any of that. They're going to try and stick him with the story. And if they find holes in the story, I think they're going to let him go. They let him off on bond already. He's already on bond, you know. Like, I think they're going to drop the charges. I don't think they have enough to get him. Otherwise, they wouldn't have given him a bond. They would have at least detained him for 48 hours to see if they could find more evidence. But they didn't even do that. So, I don't know. It just seems like a wild story to me. Craig, they can match the bullet to the weapon. Yeah, and I'm sure that'll be the first thing they try to do. Does he have a BB gun? Does he have a 9mm? Well, with that many guns, I assume he does have a 9mm. So that right there, they could try and get him on that. But if he denies it and they go to trial, they'll have to prove that that bullet came from that gun, which would require forensics and stuff. And if nobody's paying for it, as soon as he asks for a trial, they'll just drop the charges because they don't want to pay for it. It just depends what it's worth to them. And every county and every state's a little different, so it depends. Pumpkin, he may be innocent even if he does look scary. Yeah, that's definitely not a flattering photo that they put up there of him. Not exactly a Christmas picture. Era 16, white powder with razor blades means something else to me. Yeah, I don't know what exactly he was doing with that. I'd like to see a picture of what they were talking about. Pumpkin, there is no limit to how many he can own. Yep. Or we can own. Yep, that's right. And that's why I think they said that stuff. Because they're like, oh, he had more than 120 guns. And all the sissies out there, all the soft and stupid liberals out there, they're like, oh my God, he had a whole arsenal. Yeah, every American should have an arsenal. You should have options. Americans love options. What's up, Wolf Gas? Happy freedom. Wolf Gas, it keeps the wrong side guessing if you wait to vote. Yep. Also, he was a rocket scientist? Yep. It's pretty interesting. It's pretty interesting. Disco, how long has he been on the FBI radar? Probably about a year. It's always about a year, you know. They're like, oh, this guy does terrible things. Yep, been on the FBI radar for about a year. Like, is that how long it took you guys to train him or what? How'd this go? Kelly, I voted already. I want to see how hard the cheating goes. Yeah, Kelly, that's badass. You went and voted. I want everybody to go vote. Free Think Text, my buddy owns more than 200 guns. It's badass. Ghost, I bet he made a Hunter Biden sign. The Fed boys were all bent out of shape. They were like, we're going to talk about that in the report. Talk about our boy Hunter. Jay Tyler, Kennedy probably drinks not your grandpa's beer. Yeah, you're probably right. Jay Tyler, yeah. Told to care wackadoodles walk amongst us. You are not wrong. They drive around us too. It's scary. It's scary out here. What's up, Buck? Happy freedom. Luckily, you're no homophobe. Nah, I'm not scared of shapeshifters. I'm not scared of pedophiles either. They're the same thing. What's your name? What's up, Depressed? Happy freedom. Travel crew, instead of absentee ballot, vote in person. Yeah, that's the way to do it. It's the only way you'll be able to tell what's going on. Amazing Disgrace, they said guns, not firearms, considering why they weren't specific. Yeah, because they're too busy telling Mother Goose stories. Panda, substance related to bond in Colorado is hell, like super probation. I've heard of stuff like that, and I think it was Georgia, and it might be different. Actually, I think it was Alabama. And it might be different now, but like 15, 20 years ago, I heard that there's like a color coding system or something, and you can get different levels of probation based on like what drugs you were found with and all this other stuff. They don't have that here. Or at least I've never been in trouble for drugs because I don't do drugs, don't be around drugs or anything like that. But I've never heard of anybody here having that. But I've heard of other states having weird systems when it comes to substance abuse and stuff like that. Maybe that's not what you're talking about, but that's what I thought when I read that. So I love when you say, "What's your name?" Well, it's because I'm sitting here squinting at the TV, and I know I look like a tard, so I'm just trying to make it obvious, like I'm trying to read someone's name. What's up, Zero? Happy Freedom. All right, hooligans, we're going to get into this next video. Like I said, it's a pretty funny video, but it's not our official funny videos of the day. This is just a warm-up. It's a nice little warm-up here. It's titled Senate. I'm having a day today. Senator Kennedy, Harris campaign strategy is star-spangled stupid. This guy cracks me up.
Groceries still too high.
We're going to have President Trump in about 25 minutes. It's not going to be a part of this live, or at least I don't think it's going to be. And then we're going to have him again at 10 p.m. Eastern Time. So 4 p.m. Eastern Time, President Trump is... it might be a rally both times. Let me see. President Trump to hold a rally in Tempe, Arizona. And then at 10 p.m. Eastern Time, President Trump headlines Turning Point rally in Las Vegas. That's probably going to be a crazy one, like last night's. I think was also a Turning Point rally. I think it was in Georgia. This time it's going to be in Las Vegas. It's going to be crazy. Either way, let's get into this video right here. Once again, this is Senator Kennedy saying Harris's campaign strategy is star-spangled stupid.
Cost of groceries still too high. The voters know it. I know it. So part of my plan includes what we need to do to bring down the price of groceries, including the work I will do dealing with price gouging. For example, home builders, to create incentives for them to build millions of new homes in housing units so we can bring down the cost, including what I will do to give people a $25,000 down payment assistance if they are a first-time home buyer. His plans are about giving tax cuts, massive tax cuts, to billionaires and big corporations.
Louisiana Senator John Kennedy joins us now to talk more about this. You know, it's the same idea. It's what is it? It's you want to just give money away to home builders, hoping that they build more houses so housing gets cheaper, and you want to blame corporations for price gouging rather than take the blame for inflation yourself. I don't think Americans are buying this.
Clearly, they're not. Yeah. Rob, you don't have to be a Latin scholar to figure out what's going on at this moment. 13 days until the election, and Ms. Harris is behind. That's why you see her and President Obama and all of the pop stars and movie stars and people who partied with Harvey Weinstein running around like ants in a sugar bowl. They may bring back Michael Avenatti before it's over with. Their strategy seems to be Trump is a Nazi, Trump used the F word, Trump hates little warm puppies. You know, most voters, unless they're cell deep stupid, have already formed an opinion about President Trump. That's not why the vice president has fallen behind. She has fallen behind because the American people, or at least a critical portion of them, are very uncertain about her. And they want to be reassured. Yeah. They want to know that she's not a chowderhead. They want to know that she has the right stuff. They want to know that if they gave her a penny for her thoughts, they wouldn't get back change. They want to know what she's going to do about inflation and the border and crime and national security. Yeah. And President Trump has addressed all those things, and frankly, she hasn't.
And he addresses them in a way that actually sounds like, that they'll actually get fixed, and that's the difference. And these early voting numbers, I just want to show some of them. Arizona, Republicans leading in the early vote by about 55,000. North Carolina Republicans have closed the gap. Democrat advantage only about 10,000. In Nevada, Republicans have the lead. In Nevada, which is a blue state, Republicans have the lead in the early vote. Yeah. That is, does that not tell the story of just pure motivation on one side and just disinterest on the other?
Well, Rob, I think at the end of the day, both sides will be motivated, and it'll be a close race. And, you know, I can't predict the future. I have to wait for it like everybody else. But in the last 2 weeks, 3 weeks, I've been in Pennsylvania, Ohio, Michigan, Wisconsin, Montana, Nevada, and this race has turned. And I think the vice president's strategy, for what it's worth, is star-spangled stupid. I mean, her thesis seems to be, Rob, look, I may be bad, but the other guy's worse.
Yeah.
That's not how you win a campaign. No. People are uncertain about the vice president, and she's done nothing to reassure them.
Yeah. It is something to me that when it's Trump and the way that they vilify him, the fact that Democrats aren't climbing all over themselves to vote against him in these early voting numbers, to me, is an indicator of something. And the fact that Republicans are actually, I mean, in a state like Nevada, that more Republicans early voting than Democrats, to me, is a huge indicator of what's coming. I got 10 seconds. Go ahead.
You know, this race right now is about the following: hope versus more hurt. Hope versus more hurt.
That's well said. Senator John Kennedy always has a way with words. Thank you, sir, very much. We appreciate it.
Senator Kennedy. He's awesome. He should have his own podcast. He'd be out here killing it. He's so funny to listen to. And he's absolutely right. Hyena Harris, she doesn't address anything. And like he said, well, I'm bad, but the other guy is worse. There's no way to win a race. That's nothing. And I pay attention to a lot of that stuff in the way that people speak because I'm very honest about things. So I'll be like, yeah, you know, driving fast is good, but this is the bad outcome of driving fast. And, you know, it's because I want people to have a full understanding of things I'm saying. But politicians, they're like, just drive fast. Don't you worry about the bad things. Just do what I say. What I do is the best. It's the very best. It'll always be the best. And it's entertaining when President Trump does it, but I don't feel like it's a way to be genuine as just a person. Hyena Harris, she don't know what the hell she's doing. She's like, yeah, everything's fucked up right now. And everyone's like, yeah, but that's your fault. She's like, well, vote for me and I'll fix it next time. Nope. Americans aren't that forgiving. We're just not made like that. Anyways, next up we have, it's Trump 2024. These are our official funny videos of the day. First one was provided by Cadillacs. Like I said, it's titled, It's Trump 2024. And I think everyone's front yard should look like this. And then our official funny video of the day is titled, Bring Out That Mean Orange Man. And I love that video. Now, before we get into that, we're going to read through the chat really quick. See what you hooligans think about what Senator Kennedy was talking about. Zero. Rumor is Trump wants to get rid of all taxes, fund the government with tariffs. We'll see. We'll see, Zero. It'll be hard for him to do that. The no tax on tips and all that stuff. Because unless he does it by executive order, it's going to have to go through Congress and all of that. And I don't know that they're going to be turning down their tax doll hairs. So we'll see. I know President Trump has full intentions of doing that. I'm not sure that stuff's going to make it through all the hurdles it has to go through. But either way, as long as we get dudes out of women's sports and we close that border, I mean, that by itself is pretty good with me. He wants to do a whole lot of stuff, and I trust that he's going to make the best attempt to make it happen. Just reading through the chat. Breeze Bay, how about we stop sending money to Ukraine? Yeah, we shouldn't send money to anybody. We need to fix our own problems. I don't understand how we can be empty and we're still pouring into others. It just doesn't make any sense. Breeze by you. Hey Camilla, the problems are caused by you. You could fix them now. Yep. She's trying to use it to get a vote. Like, hey, you guys are already living in turmoil. I'll fix it if you vote for me. That sounds like a hostage situation. Astrohammer, time to bust open a Twisted Tea. I know, I can't wait. Can't wait. Breeze by you, Alaska doesn't have state tax. That's interesting. I think Florida doesn't have state tax either. Unless they changed it. Because there was a lot of wealthy people that were going to Florida because of that. Because you just pay federal tax and then income tax. You don't have to pay the state tax. And so if you're self-employed, it saves you a little bit of money. Thank you so much, Snooks, for that $25 donation over on Rumble. I really appreciate you, Snooks, and everything you do. Thank you so much, Snooks. It says, for all you do for us and all you, let me see, all you are and yet to be, Jeff, you're the best. Well, thank you, Snooks. I appreciate you. You're the bestest, Snooks. Mary Todd, penny for your thoughts and not get change back. Yeah, Senator Kennedy, he's so funny. What's up, 8Co? Happy freedom. AR-16, the left are practicing for the Grand Re. Yep, I'm sure they're buying all their comrade helmets and their bulletproof vests, probably getting the leaf blowers ready just to face some CS gas. I'm sure they're going to go hit the streets. As soon as President Trump has announced the winner, they're going to be mad. Jay Tyler, Star Spangled Stupid. Make that a sound bit and a t-shirt. See, and I wonder if it's already going to become something, but Star Spangled Stupid is it is iconic. Kevin, I kind of miss Old Man Walter whisper yelling at me. Oh, I'm sure he's not done yet. Still got a few more months of Old Man Walter. Let's see, October. Like 3 or 4 months dealing with Old Man Walter. So we'll see. Let's see. Dutton, I like how he called Harris stupid politely. Penny for your thought and getting change. Yeah, I've never heard that, but I love it. Pumpkin, no one ever comes to Missouri. I honestly don't even know where Missouri is. Like, I don't. It's got to be in the center of the state. So I don't know where Missouri is. It's got to be good, though, because that means there hasn't been any protesters. Most of the geolocation stuff that I know about is only because that's where we used to find the protesters all the time. So if I don't know where your state is, you're probably in a safe spot. Nana, that's my senator. Love that. Senator Kenny, he kicks ass. He's awesome. Hey, thank you, Fresca Bean. Appreciate you being here with us. What's up, Puffin Stuff? Happy freedom. Kevin, they won't let us have guns in Canada, but I have other means. Yeah, you Canadians are fucking strong. I be seeing you guys fist fighting and stuff. Like, I don't think people realize that. Like, Canadians, they be staying tough. They play hockey in the wintertime and shit. Tough. Throwing hands like barbarians, like loggers, man. Tough as shit. I could imagine arm wrestling a Canadian. Buff. Even the little squirrely guys that look like mechanics and shit, buff. I don't know. We're not built like that. We're used to just we're used to that kind of stuff. That's our muscle memory. That's all we got. That's all we got with Canadians. I mean, they're buff. Dark Blaze, if you have some time, play some Alec Baldwin clips. He might be from another planet. Is there new Alec Baldwin clips? The last stuff I've seen about Alec Baldwin was when, what is her name? Tard Barney, right? It's Corinne's buddy. She wears that Trump mask. She's a black chick. She's always half naked. She was on Pierce Morgan or whatever, with her tits hanging out and acting. She just acts like a crazy person. She cornered Alec Baldwin at a restaurant and was saying, like, why'd you shoot that woman? And all kinds of other stuff and whatnot. I haven't seen anything from him since that. And I'm kind of glad that everybody kind of let go of Tard Barney, because she's not anybody that should be famous. She's like a parody radical. Like, I don't think she's got enough meat on her bones to actually be a radical. So it's almost like satire, but it's kind of demonic. I don't know. If you guys have been with us for any amount of time, you know when we cover lives in DC, Tard Barney always shows up. She always shows up in a half naked, flailing around on the ground, acting like she's possessed by demons. Rough stuff. I couldn't believe she was on Pierce Morgan. It's crazy how Antifa and people like that end up getting famous. Blows my mind. Like, it really does. I've seen 2 or 3 people that are like full-blown Antifa or BLMers or just bad people in general, and then seeing people like Elon Musk shout them out. Seeing them on TV being praised, and so I'm like, holy shit. Like, I can't believe it. Can't believe it. What's up, Void? Happy freedom. Frosty. Puerto Rico has no federal tax? Oh, I don't know anything about Puerto Rico. Travel Crew, if he gets the House and Senate, it will happen on no tax on tips. Well, yeah, he'll have more influence. See, and I haven't even been paying much attention to all that stuff, the House, Senate, and all that stuff. I will once we get down to the numbers, but right now I'm just kind of focusing on who's going to be president. But could be sitting pretty. We'll know after the election. What's up, Miss Jamie? Happy Freedom. What's up, Hooligans Island? Happy Freedom. He sounds like Grandpa in the case of Stubborns from the Tales from the Dark Side. I'm not sure what that is, Hooligans Island. Must be a funny guy, though. Amazing Disgrace. What a way with words. I know, he speaks very fluently. What's up, Harold? Happy Freedom. Sean Diddy Combs has campaigned in the past for the Democrat Party. Yeah, he was the one doing the vote or die back in the early 2000s, and was trying to get everybody to vote Democrat and stuff. But, you know, Democrats are going to do what Democrats do. You know, lock kids in their basement and lie, cheat, and steal and murder people and blame everybody else while they're being a victim. It's the Democrat way. Burn everything down, build a little stick house in its place, and then look at the great things I did. And Democrats are stupid. They're the worst of the worst. Snooks, Florida has no state tax. Yep. All right, Hooligans, we're going to get into these funny videos of the day. President Trump is expected on stage in 10 minutes. Maybe we'll be able to do this all in one live. He's usually late, though. So we're going to check on this really quick before we get into the funny stuff. I'm not sure who they're all waiting on. How do you say that name? Is it Temp? Is it Tempeh? Look, there's Carrie Lake. Who's Carrie Lake got with her? We might listen to Carrie Lake. Yeah, we're going to end up watching Trump. That's what's going to happen. We're going to end up watching Trump. Let's listen to Carrie Lake. If she doesn't announce Trump, which I don't expect her to, but she might, we'll get into these funny videos. But we're going to just throw a Hail Mary here, and we're going to listen to Carrie Lake.
Oh, my gosh. It's the middle of the week, and we're already this worked up.
Okay, maybe not. Since everything just froze. Hold on a second. Let me refresh the page. I don't know why that just happened. I wonder if it happened for everybody. I'm going to know in a sec.
Gen Z.
Ew, what?
We love you.
Okay.
Are you guys feeling it? Everyone's coming around. Everyone. We were just down in Tucson, in the most blue liberal part of Tucson, and I can't tell you how many people came up and said, I'm a Democrat, but I'm voting for Trump and I'm voting for Lake. Something's happening. Something's happening. And then yesterday, I actually woke up this morning and I found out yesterday one of the more familiar Democrats was in town, and his name is Bill Clinton. Hold on. I found out he actually paid me a...
I don't know if it's you. No, it can't be YouTube taking a shit. We just watched YouTube 300 videos in a row. What is happening here? Very strange. Let me see. I don't know why the hell that's happening. I'm not dropping any frames. YouTube's just being a dipshit.
First of all, you know what? As a middle-aged woman, I'm flattered. I'm flattered, okay? I don't get those kind of compliments every day. Two, I thought I was a little too old for him. Doesn't he like interns? Three, I'm happily married to my husband, Jeff, who's right down here. The love of my life. And four, nobody in their right mind wants to cross Hillary Clinton. It's just dangerous. No.
All right, we're going to put Rumble on because fuck YouTube. Gotta, you know, every day I get an opportunity to say that. I don't want to be that way, but fuck YouTube. You know, I don't know what else to say about it. So we're going to watch Rumble.
In the dead of night, between 75 and 100 people are being funneled through the border, right where the Trump wall ends. And you know what the federal government has done? They put up a sign that basically said, hey, we know you're coming in illegally, but let us help you get into this country. Here's the CBP One app, download it, and we'll help you find housing, a job, and we'll get you set up. And we're paying for that. Our federal government put that together. But I got news for them. Starting January of 25, that app works both ways. Now we know where they are, and we're going to send them back to their loved ones. In January of 25, we're going to control that app, and we're going to find the people who've invaded our country. We're going to send them back home. And guess what? No more flying people into this country in the dead of night. No more busing them into Arizona and all 50 states. We're going to take those planes and buses and we're going to send them back to their homeland, because we got to save our homeland, guys. Look, my opponent is absolutely open borders. He co-sponsored legislation to defund our police and take away qualified immunity. It was the George Floyd legislation. He marched and defund the police rallies and called our police officers racist. That's despicable. And we know that he has abandoned women and children before. He abandoned his wife when she was days away from giving birth. This is not the kind of person we want in the United States Senate. We got to vote Ruben Gallego out of office. And we've got to vote for common sense solutions that put you, the American citizen, first. And we're going to do that starting in January 25, when you vote for Donald J. Trump and J.D. Vance, and when you vote for Kari Lake for U.S. Senate. USA. Okay, before I leave this stage, I got to ask you one thing. How many of you voted early already? Woo! I need the rest of your hands to come up when I ask this. How many of you are going to vote this week? We've got to vote early. We cannot have a traffic jam on Election Day. We can't have problems on Election Day. Get out there and swamp the vote. Vote, 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 vote. Arizona, we are the state that can send President Trump to the White House. We are the state that can give us the majority in the U.S. Senate, and we are the state that can save America. I love you. I'm counting on you. Vote, 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 vote. Thank you, Arizona.
That Secret Service agent looks like he's already tired of everybody's shit. Look like Top Knot is sitting there in the doorway. Well, I wonder if President Trump's already there or not. It's a packed house. Look at it. Like I said, this is the first of 2 rallies. President Trump is expected on stage in 3 minutes. I'd like to get an updated time. If he's not going to be there for the next 20 minutes, I'd like to wrap this up, try and get something to eat really quick. We'll see. Either way, like I said, 4 p.m. Eastern time, he's expected to be on stage here in Tempe, Arizona. And then at 10 p.m. Eastern time, he's going to be live in, I think it's Las Vegas. Let me see here, double check really quick. 10 p.m. Eastern time, President Trump headlines Turning Point rally in Las Vegas, and that's going to be a crazy rally. Let's see. 10 Man, did you see anything I was typing on YouTube? I don't think so. I don't check YouTube's chat that much because it doesn't contribute to what I do. I don't see you, Tin Man. Yeah, I don't see you on here. Weird. Reading through the chat really quick while we figure things out. We'll keep this going in the background, just in case President Trump decides to walk out. Astro Hammer, I'm voting early, right at 7 on November 5th. That's what I'm going to do too. I'm going to try and be there early, see if I can beat everybody there. Salty Ragu, my mini horse is all terrain. Riding off into the sunset. Zero. Are you talking about Florida? There's another hurricane going to Florida? Expect the Midwest to be a blizzard or tornadoes on election day? Well, I don't care if it's rain and fire out of the sky. I'm going to stay in line. I'm voting in person. Aco, when will you show us the Trump dance? I got to work on it. I got to work on it. I got to do some practicing. Puff and stuff. The Rumble is blurry, but the commercials are crystal clear. It's because there's something wrong with the connection. There's something wrong to how Rumble is picking up my signal. It's not on my end. It's on their end. And at some point today, Rumble Rick is supposed to get with me so we can do some troubleshooting. They're going to personally work with me to try and figure out why these problems are happening. And I don't think I'm the only one having these problems. I know there's other people who go live and stuff, and there's a lot of different ways to go live. But the way they were responding to me was very unordinary. I was telling them what was happening, and they were like, what kind of graphics card do you have? And that's not a normal response, because it's not only about the graphics card. Most platforms want you to use your processor and not your graphics card because you can make a choice. But when I run it with the processor, for some reason I get all these problems. If I run it with the graphics card, it runs fine, except for on Rumble. It's fine everywhere else. And so they're going to work with me, and they're going to figure out why we are having these problems. I just don't know when. It's supposed to be sometime today, though. You got it, Aco. Jeb, I don't understand why he doesn't use Ted Nugent's Stranglehold instead of YMCA. I'm not sure. I don't even know Ted Nugent songs. I've only heard him speak politically. So I'm not really sure. Maybe Ted Nugent doesn't own the rights to his music. Maybe the record label owns the rights, and maybe the record label's anti-Trumpers. Zupia, wow, Ruben sounds like a real piece of shit. Yeah, I don't know who Ruben is, but he doesn't sound like a very good person. Pumpkin, dem women are never happy. That is true. I've never seen a happy liberal. Never ever. Ghostly, Mega has some great females leading the way. Yeah. Yup. I want to see if Tulsi Gabbard's going to run for president in 2028. She seems like presidential material. Green Falcon, your channel isn't the only one that's blurry, if that helps. Well, thanks for letting me know, Green Falcon. It always seems like I'm the only one being targeted, but like I said, Rumble said they're going to try and help us out, and so I'm looking forward to that. Breeze by you liberals are miserable. Yeah. Astro Hammer, I'm going to totally lose it if Jeff does the eating the dog dance. I didn't know there was a dance to it. I'm going to have to figure that dance out too. Salty Ragu, show us your Trump walk. Like Crip walking? Yes. Well, it looks like we got a little bit of time here, so I think we'll be able to make it through our funny videos and all of that, and then we'll just go live again with President Trump. Plus, we have that opportunity. It might show up clear, because it seems like every other live is clear on Rumble. I don't know why it's like that. What's up, Cashflow? Happy Freedom. I don't know how Trump has all the energy to do these rallies. I don't either. He must be eating really good food or something to have all this energy. I know he's going to try and just go all out until Election Day, though. That's why he's been giving Hyena Harris so much smoke about her taking the day off. I don't know when it was, Sunday or something like that. Southern Eagleman, Ted Nugent owns the rights to his music. Yeah, I'm not sure why Trump doesn't use his music. 420 guy. You're missing out on Ted Nugent? Yeah, I'll have to check him out. I didn't know he had like long hair and all that. The Hooligans were posting GIFs of him in the chat a couple days ago, and I didn't even know who the hell I was looking at. I've only seen Ted Nugent the way he looks today. I had no idea. He looks like a whole different person if you look at his old stuff. Teasel, Harry Balls. Nope, we're saying no to Harry Balls. South Central, Tulsi's GOP now. Yep. Skulls, Ted Nugent is the man. He's funny as hell. He is funny. What's up, Trigger Crazy? Happy Freedom. What's up, Proud Patriot Girly? Happy Freedom to you. What's up, Larry? Appreciate you joining us. More poisons in our food than the store and Mickey D's. Yeah, hormones and all that crap. I'm sorry to hear that, Miss Jamie. I hope everything straightens out. What's up, Cheeky Chops? Happy Freedom. Breeze by you, Trump has always had high energy, but his rally stuff is crazy. Yeah, I want to go to a Trump rally so bad. Well, I think we're going to get into our funny videos of the day, because President Trump's not on stage yet. So this first one, actually, we got to do our reminders first. I'm going to give you guys the last reminders of the day, then we're going to get into our funny videos. If you would like to support the live to keep us running, you're welcome to use that Linktree link in the description in order to send donations. You could do that by using PayPal, Cash App, Stripe, Locals, Buy Me a Coffee, or you can even send crypto. This first funny video of the day is titled, It's Trump 2024, and it was provided by Cadillacs and Freedom. Let's get this pulled up here. We're going to leave the beats rolling because there's no audio in this video, but it's a good one. Let me see. Let's do it full screen. All right, hooligans. Once again, it is Trump 2024. Globalist for Harris. They got Tampon Timmy in the yard. Pedophiles for Harris. Satan for Harris. There's some good ones. Trende Aragua for Harris. Oh, TDA, Venezuelan gang. The baby killers for Harris. Oh my God. Vote like you don't care what happens to the country for Harris. Look at the MAGA cats. It's like a liberal's worst nightmare. Says Trump won in the background. Love it. Love it. Everybody's yard should look like this. Look at that. Look at that. Buff Trump. Let's see. Let's get into our official funny video of the day. It's titled, Bring Out the Mean Orange Man. There's a nice little collage of clips here. I can't remember what it's called. We'll do this one full screen as well. Once again, this is titled, Bring Out That Mean Orange Man.
A wet raccoon doesn't have $7 billion fucking dollars in the bank. Involved, excuse me, my turn. You said you went to Delaware State, but you forgot the name of your college. You didn't go to Delaware State. You graduated either the lowest or almost the lowest in your class. Don't ever use the word smart with me.
The total initiative relative to what we're going to do with more Border Patrol and more asylum officers.
President Trump?
I really don't know what he said at the end of that sentence. I don't think he knows what he said either.
And your father was never considered smart. He was never considered a good senator. He was only a good vice president because he understood how to kiss Barack Obama's ass. Are you ready? Can I talk?
Yeah, what's
You
the
mind?
answer?
Do you mind?
I would like for you to answer the question.
Okay, it's very simple to answer.
That's why I asked it.
It's very simple to. You're a nasty person. Don't be rude. I'm not going to give you a question. You are fake news. If I were running The View, I'd fire Rosie. I mean, I'd look her right in that fat, ugly face of hers. I'd say, Rosie, you're fired.
You called women you don't like fat pigs, dogs, slobs, and disgusting animals. Your Twitter account.
Only Rosie O'Donnell.
It's just awfully good that someone with the temperament of Donald Trump is not in charge of the law in our country.
Because you'd be in jail. She's shocked that I picked her. No. She's like in a state of shock.
I'm not thinking, Mr.
That's
President.
okay. I know you're not thinking. You never do. She was big on defund the police. In Minnesota, she went out. Wait a minute. I'm talking now. If you don't mind, please. Does that sound familiar?
His visceral response to attack people on their appearance, short, tall, fat, ugly. My goodness, that happened in junior high. Are we not way above that? Would we not all be worried to have someone like that in charge of the nuclear arsenal?
Mr. Trump. I never attacked him on his look, and believe me, there's plenty of subject matter right there. Make America great again.
Well, hooligans, that is all the coffee I had for you guys today. President Trump's still not on stage, so I think we're going to wrap this up. But we will be live again once he is on stage. And like I said, we'll be live again 10 p.m. Eastern time after this rally. Like I said, this rally is going to start any minute now. We will be live with it. But later on today, 10 p.m. Eastern time, we'll be covering President Trump live at a Turning Point rally in Las Vegas. It's going to be a good time, so hopefully I see you guys here. We're going to read through the chat really quick, see what you hooligans think about today's coffee. Then we're going to be doing the Pledge of Allegiance and wrapping things up. But like I said, we'll be live again any moment just to cover President Trump. Where's he at? Tempe, Arizona. This rally is going to start any moment now. Jay Spray. I just watched the South Park episode not that long ago. I appreciate you here, Juicer. Astro Hammer, love that. The debate with Camel Toe. Yeah. Smoked her. Smoked her. Jay Spray the GOAT. Yes. They can't mess with Trump. He's a nice guy, but he gets down. Somebody was saying, I wonder if Trump, if Trump joined the chat with us, I think Trump would love it. I think he would love it. I'm pretty sure Trump's a hooligan. 10-man Uncle Ted is 73 years old and still rocking. I didn't realize he was 73. He's looking pretty good for 73. Matt, I would love to hunt with Uncle Ted. Probably be a good time. Probably be just laughing the whole time. The deer, they ain't gonna be coming by because you guys are just gonna be laughing it up and talking shit. That's how it goes. Thank you, Breeze by You. I appreciate you, Zero. Snooks, you got cognac tonight? I got my pineapple twisted tea. I'm looking forward to it. Jay Tyler, I know, that clip cracks me up. We've played a couple clips like that for our funny video of the day, but love it. Yeah, I'm going to try Too Old to Care. We'll see. I don't want to be late for the Trump rally. Appreciate you, AR-16. Ghostly, you know they cried in the car. You know they did. He's like, I tell her to her fat face. I'm like, Jesus, President Trump. Tell us how you really feel. Cashflow, they're eating the cats. They're eating the dogs. It's funny how that story just disappeared. Just disappeared. Now nobody talks about it. Thank you, Southern Eagleman. Appreciate you being here with us. 420 Tech Guy. Ted's all about freedom. Yeah. Yep. Hooligans Island, we'll watch you eat. No. You'll probably never see me eat on the live. I'm very weird about eating. Miss Jamie, I couldn't keep up with him. His stamina is amazing. Yeah, President Trump, he's a go-getter. Nothing stops him. All right, hooligans, I keep checking on this. He's not on stage yet. Zero, bong water's nasty. I agree. What are we talking about? Oh, salted regular. I have my bong water. You got to save it for later. That's when the real tripping begins. Anyways, it is that time once again, hooligans. Please join me for the Pledge of Allegiance. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. All right, did the thing. Not muted. Let's get these beats rolling. We're going to read through one last time just to make sure no hooligans are left behind. I need to pull this onto this screen so I can see what I'm trying to look at. Anyways, we're going to read through, make sure no hooligans are left behind, and then we are wrapping this up. But like I said, we're going to be live again any moment with President Trump live at this rally in Tempe, Arizona. People are still walking around and stuff, so I'm thinking we got time. But like I said, any minute. He was supposed to be on stage 14 minutes ago, so I'm sure it won't be too much longer. And then 10 p.m. Eastern time tonight, we will be covering another rally with President Trump, Turning Point rally out in Las Vegas. And those Turning Point rallies, they are fired up when people go to those rallies, so it's going to be a good time. Like I said, we're going to read through them. We're wrapping her up. What's up, Cassie J? Happy freedom to you. I appreciate you, Breeze by you. What's up, Nana? Happy freedom. I think I already got you, but either way, appreciate you being here. Play ball. Exactly. Hooligans Island. I'm left on this island with a voting machine. Good luck to you, Hooligans Island. All right, hooligans, we are wrapping this up, but like I said a billion times now, we're going to be live any moment when President Trump gets on stage out in Arizona. After this upcoming rally, there's going to be another one tonight, 10 p.m. Eastern time, or whenever he decides to walk on stage. It's going to be a Turning Point rally, which means everyone's going to be on fire for President Trump. 10 p.m. Eastern time out in Las Vegas. If I don't see you guys tonight for the Trump rally, I will see you tomorrow, 1 p.m. Eastern time for the very next coffee with the hooligans. Let me see. I think we did everything. Pretty sure we're good to go. See you guys at the rally. Huge shout out to everyone that made donations, joined the membership programs, or purchased any merch. I really appreciate all of you hooligans, and I wouldn't be able to do any of this if it wasn't for you. So thank you so much for all your support, and I'll see you on the next live. Until then, stand tall, shine bright, and that's a wrap.